T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good.
You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasts?
Yes.
Man.
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes.
Exclusive. Oh.
So stop calling us.
Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, gotta love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up
Wow. You are now tapped into the coolest reptile podcast in the world. I just took a huge dab from Miguel right now. What is good, everybody? If it's your first time tapping in, I'm your boy MJ. What is good? Do your boy a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that notification icon. That way you're on top of every single podcast I come out here on this channel. Drop a comment, man. Let me know how you're liking it. Let me know what your best time of each guest was. Fucking give me some feedback. That's what I want to hear. Shout out to my trappers. Shout out to my early birds in the building. We're going to run this like my remote podcast is. I was supposed to be in person with Miguel, but yeah, he's in Mexico doing big things. We're going to find out why he's in Mexico in just a minute. So I'm going to say that this podcast, this episode here is brought to you by my boy Andre from Capital Reptiles. Do your boy a favor right now. Go over to Instagram and go give my man Andre from Capital Reptiles a follow. Cool thing is, if you're wondering, like, why is there a thumbnail? Because he's going to be coming on Trap Talk with MJ Monday for New Breeder on the Block series. So fucking good shit. Shout out to my boy Andre. Thank you so much. He was very adamant, very excited to sponsor this episode. So again, Andre, my bad I couldn't be in person with Miguel, but this is still going to be an awesome episode. I appreciate your support. Hell yeah, please. Like I said, be ready to go on this. Be ready to see him on Trap Talk. Be ready to see him on Trap Talk come Monday. And my bad, guys. This is his Instagram. Make sure you'll give my boy a follow on Instagram right now. So yeah, shout out to my boy Andre. And yeah, okay. Shout out to early birds. I see everyone here in the building. Let's get the lights up for my boy Miguel right off the bat, please. I already see the lights are up, but I see mad people in the building. Shout out to all my early birds. I will shout out a couple early birds. Why not? Let's just do this. I know mad people are excited. There's a lot of people here. Let's start with the super chat. Damn, already a super chat from my homie Silver Cash 86. That's what's up, man. Let's not be shy with any super chats. If you guys got questions for my boy Miguel, do not be shy with super chats. If you don't drop a super chat, you don't like Mexicans, for sure. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Relax. That was a joke. Calm down. Jason, what's up, my big homie Jason? Barbara J in the building. Trap Talk Patreon family member all day, every day. Oh, also, I will give a shout out though to my Patreon members. Shout out to all my Patreon family members out there. If you want to become more in depth, if you want to get that VIP experience, if you want to just get more tapped in on what I have going on with this podcast, best thing you could do is go down to the link and join the Trap Talk Patreon family. My boy Miguel's a part of the family. I got other heavy hitters, up and coming heavy hitters, a part of the family. You get tapped into a Discord. So that's a very big suggestion, I feel like, for anyone who's new in this, anyone who's been in this. If you want more out of this period, go down to the link below and become a Trap Talk Patreon family member today. Like my boy Jay Hendo in the building, Trap Talk family member all day, every day. My homie Patrick Rose in the building, grow some balls. That's what I'm saying, baby. Patrick, obviously Trap Talk family member all day. The homie Deviant Glass coming fresh off COVID. Wow, bro. At a NARBC, St. Louis. Be careful, guys. Heavy. Genomic Labs. Oh, by the way, Trap Talk family member all day, every day. The homie Will's Hella Heat. I love that. The homie Genomic Labs, the big general in the building. Trap Talk head of security in the building. Thank you for being here, General. I appreciate you so much. Luke, what up, Luke? Thanks for being here. The homegirl Aurora. I knew Aurora would arise for this one. Thank you for being here, Aurora. I appreciate you so much. The homegirl Chantel, by the way, Trap Talk family member all day, every day. Chantel, thank you for being here. Pacific Northwest gangster in the building. Trap Talk family member all day. The homie John Feely. What's up, John Feely? Julio Fulio, what is good? The homie Jake Hole. Oh, by the way, Trap Talk family member all day. The homie Jake Hole, Trap Talk family member all day. The homie Gage, what's up? I like that name, Gage, pretty hard. Cornet Constrictors, what is good? The homie Highest Balls, I'm on your level. I feel you. Trap Talk family member all day. The homie Jacob Letterbetter, who also has AEP heat for sure. Trap Talk family member all day. The homie Big Mike, Insane Clown, Pythons in the building. And then let's see. We're going to end on the homie Bods, Exotic Reptiles, Trap Talk family member all day. Okay, guys, listen. I waited 2 fucking years for this podcast. Last time I had Miguel on the show, episode 6. He is now episode 184, okay? I mean, I didn't really put a lot of pressure. He knew I wanted him on the show, but I didn't, if I really wanted him on, he would have came on. But everything has its time. Everything has its purpose. He's tapping in from Mexico. He has lost a few pounds. He looks shredded. His haircut looks on point, and here he is. Miguel Garcia from Noisy Pythons. What's up? Man, you do look good. What do you want me to say? You look amazing.
Okay, but dude, I'm over here listening to this, and I was like, oh, I was gonna like come in like, hey, what's up, guys? You hit me with that shit, dude. I'm just started laughing my ass off, man. No, dude, it's honestly, man, it's a pleasure to be on here again, man. I'm actually really excited about this. Just for one, it's Cinco de Mayo, right?
Yes. Cinco
Two,
de
this is something. Yeah, man. Cheers for sure. Cheers. Something that's like I've been working my rear off. It's Trap Talk. I've been fucking working my ass off for this, man, and to finally be able to like talk about it now, dude, I am so fucking stoked, man.
So Miguel, before we even get to the meat and potatoes of what we need to talk about, I want to say before all this kind of noise started being created with what you're doing in Mexico, because you were giving hints on your vlogs and stuff like that, right? But
yeah, but not what I'm gonna talk about today.
Right.
What I'm talking about today.
No, I'm just saying, you visiting, like just by you going down there.
Yeah.
Like, why is he going down there so much, right? But before all that, you're always nonstop and busy and whatnot. And it's been 2 years since I've had you on the show. So
yeah.
How's other than what's tapping into Mexico, what is going on with your own production? What's going on with your own projects? How do you feel about that? Let's kind of get into that real quick.
Well, dude, I mean, last year, 2021 was again our record-breaking year for, for holdbacks, for sales, just the business doing, what we've been working for, right? Because, obviously, like when we first started 2 years ago, it's kind of like where I'm just now going to the point where, I'm making these like heavy hitter clutches, stuff like that. But 2021 was literally the one that was just the one that, completely made me realize what I really want to do. Like,
right.
Not even what I really want to, but where I want to go about this, especially
right.
seeing people like Justin and other people as well. Justin's one that has just motivated me a lot, him changing the whole Canova thing and, just, doing a lot of big moves for the reptile industry has,
right.
Made me work harder for my thing. But as far as my collection, again, I don't want to like get off subject. I'm just so freaking excited right now, man. And I worked so hard for this. I just wanted to get to it. But yeah, we're good. We just dropped our first clutch. We're hoping, our goal is that we're going to hit over 100 clutches this year. Last year we hit 89. We're on that track to hopefully hit anywhere from 90 to 100. We're going to see, man. But yeah, we're right on point.
What would you say your pace is looking like for like the next few years? Are you looking to like keep increasing, or do you want to hit a certain amount of clutches and just be chill with that? Like,
no, I want to increase. I definitely want to increase. I want to go. If you would have told me this last year, I was saying, I would like to be around from 75 clutches to 100. But I'll tell you right now, I want to hit 200 to 300 clutches in the next 3 to 5 years. That's my goal. That is my goal.
I commit, dude. Good. And listen, it's not possible because there's motherfuckers out there doing it. It's just not. It's not easy to do. And what's crazy to think of you doing it, we're not talking anything basic in these clutches. We're talking all groundbreaking shit for the most part. So it just makes my head spin in a good way.
Yeah. No, definitely. Like, and when I say 300 to 500 clutches, it's like Is that realistically possible? I mean, not really, because like you said, I want to make stuff that's going to be super, super rare. But now with what's going on, what we just finally finalized, I mean, I really just wanted to hit those 300 to 500 clutches, dude. Like, I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy and I'm excited.
Let me ask you though, be honest, because I mean, I'm sure you're surpassing.
You could ask me whatever you want.
I know. Thanks. I'm sure you surpassed what any hater in the beginning thought you were going to do. But I mean, at this point, do you feel like there's still people telling you like you can't do 200, 300 clutches, and you're just like, watch me type thing, or like, or are you not even hearing anything like that? Like, what's
honestly, I really don't. Now I hear more people, oh, hey man, you know, I really like what you're doing. I could, you know, try to give you some advice or this and that. But it's kind of like the people that hated me, they're trying to like kind of like be friends with me or try to give me some advice. But then I'm like, dude, I see a lot of screenshots of people talking crap about me that I'm actually friends with. Yes. And it's like, I'm like, yeah. And I'm just like, well, you know, I don't even really get so upset about it. I'm just like, dude, just so I know that, you know, you're talking crap about me, or they'll tell someone else a screenshot and say stuff about me. And then they message me to be like, hey, dude, you should do this, you should do that. But I just brush it off. I still stay cool with them. I'm like, whatever about it. You know, I just don't talk to them as much anymore, you know? And I know they know who they are because they were actually really close, like friends of mine. But again, I haven't called them out on it, whatever, because dude, I'm too old even to get into that. I have one goal right now, and that's just to make Always Evolving just evolve and get bigger and bigger than it already is, man. And again, dude, another big shout out to Turtle, man, because Turtle is opening up something that I am going to launch out to. There was two things that you don't even know about this one, MJ. Tina has this huge thing that's going on right now that she's just finalizing, and it's just
Tina in the building. Damn.
Oh yeah, dude. And she did a nice little super chat right there too, man. Love you, Turtle. Yeah, she's been stepping it up, man. She's been making this possible for me because I mean, I'm from now on, I'll be going to Mexico at least once a month for like a whole week, you know, until we get all this thing, you know, straightened out and fixed. And she's taking care of all the work. She fed yesterday. The other day, she's doing all my parents today. She's holding it down, and it allows me to be able to grow this and do what we're going to do, and which we'll talk about, you know, here down the line.
And Jesse's still a part of the crew, obviously, as well. Or
Jesse's now more like a, you know, big shout out to Jesse. You know, you start making some money, then you just forget about the little people.
He's killing it. The business is killing it, bro.
Dude, you know, I'm proud of Jesse. Jesse, you know, he's obviously, of course, if you're making more money, dude, go do other stuff. But he does still come once a week because nobody can still, you know, take care of the stuff he does. But the best thing is he actually has his son, which is his bloodline, working and now taking over his spot, which is kind of like a miniature Jesse, but he doesn't have Jesse's powers yet, you know, but he's getting there. So big shout out to my nephew Alan too.
You got to admit, Jesse's powers developed and evolved throughout time of working with him.
It will, man.
Eventually for Aaron, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, again, Jesse's, you know, he has another big factor of, you know, being able for me to be able to do all this stuff too, because when I leave, or when Tina and I have to leave, he holds down the fort and everything. So, I mean, there's just so much people, man. I mean, it's up, you know, it's cool, man.
We're talking about the family. I mean, I know it must be hard sometimes to be away from Ace and Aubrey. You know, I mean, how are they dealing with you traveling so much? Are they understand what's happening? Are they cool with it? What's happening?
They really don't like it.
Right.
I'll be honest with you, dude. I don't like it.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it. My dad was gone too, to be honest.
Dude, 5 years ago, if you would have told me this when I was personal training stuff, I used to train clients. I'm like, oh man, you used to travel. You know, that's so cool. They would always tell me, no, I hate it. I myself hate it. I hate being away from my family. I just hate traveling. I'm like a homebody now, man. I like to be at home. I like to work on this. But when all this other stuff started happening, dude, it kind of like lit another like match in my rear, man. And I just started working my ass off for what's going on right now, man. And it's so freaking exciting, dude. I mean, it's world change. It's gonna change like so much things.
Can I talk about like a little bone I want to pick with you? This is a small bone right here.
Yeah.
But you know, with COVID happening and with my job at that time, I was in a position where I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do this full time. And I'm not gonna lie, I got really excited because you know what that means? That means I can start going to shows. But right when this started happening in my life, and I'm like, I'm going to all these shows, I'm not seeing you there no more. And people want to know. Everyone, bro, first off, you know how many times people called me Miguel at TINLEY? I was like, I'm not Miguel. Oh, well, you have your glasses on. I was like, Miguel doesn't even wear glasses inside the building. What are you talking about? But anyways, But I'm just saying, like, you're, dude.
That-
I miss seeing you at shows. I'm not the only one. So let's talk about that real quick.
It's crazy, man. You know, so funny. For the longest time, it's been a while since I've gone to shows, and it's something that I really don't like talking about too much. But I do battle with anxiety a lot. When the whole COVID thing started happening, dude, a lot of people don't know I struggled, and this is one thing I hate talking about it. But I saw your episode with Brian. I was like, damn, if he talks about it, why don't I just do it? You know. But I battled it really bad for stupid reasons that I did when I was hooked on certain drugs when I was younger. I kind of like fried myself in some ways, but I go through these phases where like I'll do really good, but when I'm doing really good, I'm going through all these events. You know, one thing I'll be honest about is because I'm drinking most of the time. And at that time I started cutting out my drinking, and I'll be honest, if I don't drink that much, dude, I kind of use, beer drinking sometimes to like mask my anxiety. That was when the COVID season started happening. I was kind of afraid to go out and stuff like that, but then I started traveling to Mexico, and I started doing all these things. Then I started feeling bad because I'm like, okay, now I'm traveling out of the country, but I'm not going to like my own hometown shows. And then people are just, the messages that I'm getting, oh man, you think you're too freaking big now to even come to a show, or you think you're too badass, you must blah, blah, blah. I heard everything, right? But realistically, the last times was bad timing. The last show, there was a couple of people that I didn't want to see that's a part of my group. Because where I was feeling mentally, I honestly would have I'm not one, if you're going to say certain stuff about me and you pretend you're a good friend of mine, dude, I'm going to call you out in front of your face, like literally like to your face. And I'd rather get through those feelings. Even Tina was telling me, like, man, you're going to go. And I'm like, well, if I see certain these people, it's like, because these guys claim to be my friends, but dude, straight up seeing text after message, oh, so-and-so said this. It was like, okay, I'm just going to, let it go. But now I am going to start going to shows this week. And honestly, it was just a mixture of anxiety, avoiding certain people. But now I'm back on it, man. I will be going to pretty much every show.
That's very grown up of you. I can tell you that because I was in the midst of...
we both grew up. Because remember,
I'm like 3 years behind you. But I'm just saying, because now I'm starting to not go to shows, not caring if I fight anybody. Because I used to like, all right, these people will be like, I will meet you there. And I'm like, yes, I will fucking see you there. And they never show up. It's a never no show. So I keep this like ready to rock and roll, which I'm always ready to rock and roll. But none of these motherfuckers are down, bro. None of them. Bring them. I'm saying nobody who comes talks all this heavy warrior shit to me on the internet will never come see my face. Will never say it to BARCZYK's face unless he's tweaked out in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
But
or they will go up to you, and then when they see that you're there, they'll be like, "Hey, man, it was a misunderstanding." You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, of course. But I see why you won't even want to put your energy into seeing that.
No, not no more, dude.
I understand. I get it. It makes sense.
Yeah, not no more. I'm so over it, dude. And it's like right now, man, I just want to focus on what I'm doing right now, and honestly, just continue doing this. Make sure there's more security in this industry that is just gonna, evolve everything, man. It's just opening up another avenue for just, comfort and security for the reptile industry.
Okay, so let's lead this to, one thing I noticed was you going to a big reptile show in Mexico, okay? And it looked interesting. Like you could tell, like, everyone loved you there. You know what I mean? Like you were on and popping.
Dude, I had a whole, so the cool thing when I go to Mexico, I have this very, very powerful family in Mexico that they give me a chauffeur, a driver, and they give me bodyguards, right? So it's pretty cool. I go in there kind of like a celebrity, but I brought them just because my wife and kids were with me there. And I honestly had a line of over like 200 people that I was taking pictures with. I'm no lie. We counted the pictures at the end of the day, and we took over 500 pictures with people. And it was the first time Ace, Aubrey, and Tina that went with me.
Wow.
And you know what's the first thing? You know what they said?
Right. What'd they say?
I don't like it.
Oh,
Ace,
what?
Bro, Ace was not happy. I was even asking Tina, I was like, hey, what's wrong with Ace? He goes, we were supposed to like go out there and see this stuff. He's like, I know you're just my dad. Ace doesn't think I'm cool. Aubrey thinks I'm like the shit, dude. But Ace is like Tina. He's like, I guess it's just his dad. Like, fuck this one.
You got Twin though. Twin is Aubrey, and that's your like.
Oh, dude, Twin, dude, man. Aubrey is, dude. She is just like me, man. Just a little girl version. Ace is kind of a little hater sometimes, man. That was like, damn, we're like.
Give Ace some bottles of apple cider and a stretch. We'll turn up.
Oh, for sure.
Happy belated birthday to the homie Ace, by the way. And yeah, I'm glad the family's doing good, and and it's fine. Listen, at the end of the day, at least you're not forcing your kids to want to like something. It's not like you're
not at all.
You have to go and do. If they don't like it, it's cool. I was never forced to do something. Well, actually, everything I did I was told to do, I liked, like football and all that. Which I don't know. At the end of the day. Would you think Aubrey would be the one that start traveling with you more if that's the case? Like she's down.
I've talked to the kids about down the line, like if they want to take over the business or what they want to do. I'll tell you straight up, just like the way they say it. And Ace goes, "Yeah, Dad, I want to, because Ace likes playing with the snakes. He still goes in there. He's like, I want to take care of the business. I want to make money, this and that." Aubrey goes, "Dad, I just want to take the social media side. I want to go do all the collabs. I want to go and travel. I'm going to do this and that."
Right.
And they say that now, but realistically, if they want to down the line, that'd be awesome. If they don't, I could see myself doing this all the way till I die, honestly.
I mean, a lot could change too.
Yeah.
Kids always want one thing, and then their attitude changes. At the end of the day, once it comes to them taking care of themselves, then we'll see what they want to do.
Yeah, exactly, dude. 100%, man. Exactly.
Ace might hit 25 and be like, "Oh, hey, Dad, what's your position like right now?"
Yeah, for real. Seriously.
All right, so listen, okay, so with the shows in Mexico, do you feel like that's going to be able to go somewhere, meaning bigger, and do you feel like that's on a way to becoming something like the Reptile Super shows here and whatnot, or is it already there, you think?
It's already there, man. It just wasn't there with, see, Mexico's a trippy thing, man. They have, you could sell pretty much anything there, dude. Crocodiles, alligator snapping turtles, venomous snakes. It's different, but what I've noticed from the last year since I've going till now, ball pythons, retics, leopard geckos, crested geckos are selling at a rate that people cannot even produce enough to even get to shows or even get to that. It is so insane, dude. We were just talking about because I'm here with my buddy Hector from Union Python. He's actually a partner of mine now in the industry, right? And he we were talking about it because I know the guy that does the shows. The last Animalia show, there was a total of 15,000 people that went there the 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy, huh? Oh, and 1 day. Sorry. 1 day. 1 day.
Wow. Yeah. And I'm sure there's a lot of people thinking to themselves, well, is there even money in Mexico? Because, there are slums, which every place has slums. But from what I know, some of my richest friends are from Mexico, man. Tijuana and stuff. Let's kind of talk about that, what you feel about that. Let's, if you don't mind.
When I was talking just earlier about this, man, and I'll say, honestly, I had my doubts of coming to Mexico, what kind of money's in there, and stuff. I was very curious. And every person that I've met here that has bought snakes from me or big packages, or I see what they're doing, make more than 7 figures. Some people here in the reptile industry that are not even known or anything, dude, they have some serious money. I'll tell you right now, dude, I sold a $70,000 package out here to Mexico just to one guy. And I was like, what the hell? I got to meet him and everything like that. And I was like, crazy, man. And that's not even a lot of money to what I found out. He even bought way more snakes from other people, like from retics and stuff. That's over $150,000. I can't hear you.
I just dropped my drink.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I was listening, but yeah, I just feel like that's everyone's quick first thought is well, how are you gonna sell these high-end animals in a country like Mexico?
Dude, it's
get people to push it for you,
Yeah, well, it's you don't even have to. So yesterday I went to go vlog this guy that's the biggest bearded dragon breeder out here in Mexico, and this guy sells $4,000, $5,000 red monster freaking bearded dragons, and he can't even keep up with the inventory. We met this other guy here that with retics and stuff like that. It's just, we have a kid here right now. He's 19 years old, already making a killer living off of snakes, and it's the inventory that's not enough, man. It's growing so freaking crazy. That's why I'm telling you, I want to make those 300 clutches. I want to make those 500 clutches, man. Because honestly, right now, if I would have made the same amount of clutches that I made, if I had the same amount of snakes that I had just from the 89 clutches, dude, I would have sold them all in 1 month. I'll tell you right now.
Right. Wow. And is that your biggest motivation on why you want to hit those many clutches then? Is it because
I want to, well, yes, honestly, there's this thing about, with it's allowing me to, like I wanna buy a bigger house. I want to build a humongous facility. I want to do something, but I want to do it off of my money that comes in from the business, right? Could I do it right now? Yes, but the way things are going, man, it's like I want to produce all this stuff to make crazier stuff, just to be able to invest in other things to, grow the business.
Right.
And like I said, the way things are going, man, is just, it's insane. The people that I'm meeting out here in Mexico, I'll introduce my buddy Hector here in a few when I drop the news and everything. And everyone knows Ida from Guadalajara. He's, it's just, there's so much things that we could do, man. And it's like, I don't know. All that's killing me right now is just patience. It's just time. It's just time. That's all.
But with that being said, like, how do you feel like, them producing their own rodents, that shouldn't be an issue, right? Like, they should be able,
bro, dude. Oh my God, dude, it's crazy. So they're rodents, bro. Hector, ¿cuánto cuestan los ratones aquí, los rats?
Una gata
sí,
chica.
Sí.
$1.
So like right here, like the biggest rat stuff are like $1. Everything else is like 40 cents, 20 cents. And the way they do, every snake breeder here produces all their rodents. Every lizard breeder here produces all their freaking crickets, their mealworms. No one goes and buys stuff here because they do it all themselves.
That's crazy. Damn, that's nuts. Okay, so with that being said, I mean, at this point, do you already have set customers that are waiting for you to make them stuff and start sending it? Like, is that already in play right now?
Dude, we have a list of people that I won't even be able to get to them this year or maybe even next year. And that's why when we talk about this news, it's not only gonna benefit me, it's gonna benefit everyone else in the States, anyone else that's breeding snakes, But where we capitalize from that is to make these people happy. We're trying to change Mexico in a way of the way they were breeding snakes and the way it was going. It wasn't as dialed in like it should, like how we have it in the States, right?
Right.
Now, with the videos I've been doing in Mexico here and there, people are starting to see it a lot different. They're starting to see it more as a business, and they're treating it like a business. And now they're just like, all right, this is what we have to do. This is what we have to do. So everyone is re-changing all their plans with snakes. Everyone's like, dude, it's crazy. I every time I go to someone's to do a vlog, they just like invested like 20 grand into a new facility, and their snakes are all in the room. You'll see in my next couple of vlogs. I just did one with the guy has 100 snakes in his bedroom. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he goes, and we start vlogging his whole facility. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, dude, like, it's insane. He goes, all the snakes that I had, I sold all of them. He goes, I need to make more room for my rodents. And everybody's facility that I breed, you're going to see, they have the rodents right next door. Every single one.
Oh my God. Okay. So let's kind of get into, as far as, let's kind of start cracking this open at this point. We're already talking about Mexico. So,
all right.
Let's talk about the big news. You're very excited to reveal at this point.
So no me terminé, güey. Okay, dude, I am. You know what, man? Like, just like like big shout out to you, Angie. Like, a lot of people, they've done their podcasts, they've done stuff like that. You've worked your ass off to do this podcast and to be where you're at, and the feeling is fucking amazing, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's hard to really like to say. I mean, yeah, it's weird. To me, it's a weird feeling. When I conquer something, where I work something so hard for it, it's such a great feeling where you're just like, oh God, it's like, I feel like, Arnold Schwarzenegger right now. He's like, oh, every time I'm pumping, I'm coming. Every time I'm fucking this, it's like, he gets all into it. But it's such a great feeling. So I'll tell you how it all happened. And it just fell in perfectly fine without it. I didn't think it was going to get this crazy 2 weeks ago. So I've been going to Mexico a lot because I was trying to figure out a way how to, get all these snakes to all these people. I obviously cannot produce enough snakes for these people. So I wanted to start doing a distribution place, right? So I started with Guadalajara Pythons, which is Iron. I was sending him, 60, 70 snakes. He'd sell them like that, like crazy. Right. So a lot of people in Guadalajara, you have to think about Mexico is really, really big. So then I talked to my buddy Hector, which is like another partner of mine. He's taking care of Veracruz, and we opened up a distribution out here for Mexico City. So now we hit another part of Mexico, which is the high traffic areas for snakes. And then working on Juarez, which is right at the border of Texas, with Reptile Juarez, Esvin. He's another guy, dude, freaking total grinder, man, just freaking great worker. We're building another facility there for distribution there. Now, we have 3 of the most high, paced, commercialized for snake cells, right? So we have those 3 down there. So that was my thing that I was really excited about it. And then just randomly freaking John from freaking Morph Market, he's like, hey, Miguel, I want to get a hold of you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, cool, man. So we talked for like 2 hours, dude. And he started saying, he's like, hey, man, how do you think Mexico to be, as far as like Morph Market and, stuff like that. And I was like, dude, it'd be great, man. I could do a little soft opening and see how this happens. Like, do you think you get a couple dozen people to, to fill out, like a spreadsheet to see if it's even possible? Because they just made, North America, they just made it was for, for the United States and Canada. And then they have South Africa, then, Europe. Those are the only, the big countries that, for a Morph Market.
Right.
I did a super little small thing on my Spanish channel. And Hector, come over here just so people see. This is a partner of mine, and I'm going to get through a little more what else we're doing. This is Hector right here from Union Pythons.
What's up, Hector?
So Hector is outside of his snakes. Hector is a architect. He's a general contractor. He decorates houses. He does skyscrapers. He does buildings. He does freeways. He does bridges. He does it all. This guy is successful as hell, man. And he fell in love with the snakes. So he's my distribution for pretty much Mexico City. Now, here's where it gets really crazy. So when we did, Union Pythons, there it is. Yeah. So when we talked to John from Morph Market, you talked to him today. And I did a little soft opening to him on my Spanish channel. This guy gets over 100 messages, WhatsApp, email, everything. And people are just saying, bro, we want in. But the thing about Mexico, for you to sell snakes or be a breeder, you have to be registered under PIMS. PIMS allows you to sell snakes there. Every snake needs to be documented. It's kind of crazy. So it just shows you like the real people that are want to, buy and sell snakes. So today we finally finalized that Morph Market is going to be open to Mexico. So it is going to be Morph Market for Mexico. It's going to be here in 2 weeks. And the other crazy part about it is that we have 3 distribution places there now for all the high traffic areas for snake cells, which we're trying to work out a way where people could pay a certain amount of money. They could ship their snakes out there. They could have their logos there. They're going to have their stories there on Morph Market now because, people in Mexico are going to be able to see their thing, which is going to just grow the industry a lot more. And they could ship them directly to there. But if not, the big shout out to the Turtle that just got her master CITES, and Tina's going to start brokering a lot of stuff because Tina does all the shipments. She does all the stuff like that. So if you guys want to ship snakes out to Tina, we're building another facility there so we can have house your snakes there. We do all your sales. We could do it all certain ways. And yeah, man, to be able to work so hard, to be able to, grow. I mean, dude, to be able to, grow another avenue for a freaking country. We're not talking about a state or a city. We're talking about a country with so much freaking money that people are investing like hotcakes, man. And it's so freaking cool, man. And yeah, Hector's a part of it. Iron from Guadalajara part of it. Esbin from Reptile Juarez and Roland from for Chamas. Some of the biggest, hitters, man. And yeah, man, we're ready to rock. And we have another thing going on. Come here, Hector. So Hector and I just had a big meeting today. We're in discussion. There's this guy that's retiring from a very successful Venomous reptile lab where he sells all the, stuff like that. And Hector and I are looking into buying it. And it sounds most likely like we are. So we're going to have a big facility that we're going to have open to people to come check it out. It's already they already have workers and everything. We're just going through all this stuff. And we're going to hopefully own one of the biggest, the biggest venomous reptile lab in Mexico, for all the venom. There's just so much stuff going on, man.
So I can only imagine with this venomous lab that because there's some of the most beautiful venomous species in Mexico where you're at. So are you guys doing journeys and stuff and getting stuff from the wild, bringing it in and
they're already there. He's already producing them. We honestly.
Oh, can you take me, please?
Yes. Dude, I learned so much about venomous snakes today, more than I ever have, dude. And I was just like blown away, like seeing all this stuff. Yes. Puede venir a MJ Manila sa Pintas.
Yeah, sure.
And dude, anytime. So,
crazy.
So yeah, dude, it's
you're one of those ball python guys who low key love venomous. Like you have rattlesnakes.
Dude, remember
odds.
Speckled. I love him, man. I gotta, today handle the largest rattlesnake, which is the Mexican West Coast rattlesnake. I got it was like freaking 15 pounds, dude. Huge freaking 5 feet. And we videotaped and everything. And yeah, I mean, there's just so much things that are going on over here that's just so insane. And it's funny. I was talking to JP, big shout out to Canada guy. A lot of people always worry about right now with the whole inflation of everything, of like so much money, everything's so expensive, houses are going up. Like, what if the market crashes? I talked to Justin Kabelka. I give a big shout out to Justin. He helps me with so much stuff. He's been doing this for 20 years. He's never, when there's been, a market crash, he said it never really affected him whatsoever. I always had that at the back of my mind, because when I had my first construction business, dude, I was 24. I was making so much money. Then 2008 came. I had no money saved up. And I lost everything. I lost my house. I lost 2 work trucks. I was just like, I had to move in with Tina's grandma. We got kicked out of there. I moved to Tina's uncle's house. And that was a learning experience for me. And I was always afraid of that. And we looked back at 2021, and 80% of my snake sales were not even in the US. It was Japan, Thailand, Indonesia, the UK, Canada, and Mexico. I honestly, 20% of my sales were literally just like in the States. Everything else was out of the country. And now with Mexico being open, having another huge avenue of just sales just for everybody, I mean, dude, that just brings so much comfort for myself. I mean, I could just imagine other people would feel. If I know someone else is open in another country, it'd be insane. I mean, another one that I'm working with too right now that's kind of like, it's low key, is Dubai, man. And I've actually just shipped out some snakes to Dubai. And I'll talk a little bit more on that when I could. And yeah, dude, it's just getting so freaking insane, man. So insane.
Listen, before we get into anything further, there was about 180-ish people watching. Shout to everyone watching. But can we please get the likes up for my boy Miguel? Don't ever disrespect my guy like this again. We need to get the likes right now, immediately. I appreciate everyone tapping in. But yes, I want to kind of talk more about this Venomous lab, bro, because
dude.
Because does this make, because when you work with laboratory shit like this, that kind of makes it more feasible for you to like send stuff and back and forth from other countries, like that, like other laboratories and shit like that, other biologists and so I mean, like, are you guys looking to team up with other labs and stuff like this, or like do you have any of that in the thought of the process?
So obviously, yes, we definitely want, Hector was talking about, we definitely, want to collab and, hook up with other people right now. The way today, when we had the meeting with the guy and went through everything's pretty much just self-working already, right? There's a couple of things we would like to change on it just because he's running everything really, really old school. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, shoot, I don't want to get in there and grab these things and do none of that. I mean, they have those people who do that. I'll get so nervous, like, what is this? No, peace out. Right. So we just want to change a couple of things, kind of like we did with the ball pythons, bring a little, like more, knowledge to a little more cool factor to it. Not that's cool, like I said, we're going to be doing it, but a lot of people that are doing these laboratories with like the venom snakes are very old school and they keep things so like that. I think if more of it's shown and shared, I think it gives people kind of more of an idea, more of a comfort. That's the way I mean, that's the way we're looking at it.
I mean, at the end of the day, like I had no, it was hard for me to part with that rattlesnake, amino. Because I just was obsessed. Like that's one thing I don't want to say I could just look at because I had a problem holding it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't want that to get in the way of all this. Like imagine if I would have got bit, bro. Like I would have knows. Like
I remember you showed me. You're like, look, and I'm like, dude. And now I do it because she's so chill. She's so chill, dude.
Because you know what I mean? I'm just like, God damn, this is a dream. But anyway, it's like I don't believe in free handling at all. I'm like, if you can't keep your hands off of it, then don't have it. So that's why I grew the balls of like, all right, here you go, Miguel. And I knew it would go to a good place. But exactly what you're saying, I have good, those 2 friends I asked if I could bring was Stephen Cush and Andrew Acevedo. These guys have a unique, awesome venomous collection. They're growing up. And the way they showed me their venomous just inspires me to just appreciate them so much more, man. And that's why I became a hardcore, if you're a free handler, I don't want to fuck with you type thing. Dude. Because that's not like these things are, you could ruin their name just by getting bit by these You know what I'm saying?
1,000,000%. Like I honestly, you can never get me free handling snake no matter what. You won't even get me free handling a freaking hognose sometimes, dude. Like,
Right.
but honestly, it's like, so we went over there. It was crazy because we couldn't film the laboratory, right? Because with all the regulation stuff like that, he's like, hey man, if someone finds this or that, they could go like that. So we had to bring all the snakes out, and obviously, no one ever touched snake. They always, some hooks and handles, and I'm recording from far, I'm zooming in, and dude, it's crazy. Like seeing some of these snakes I've never even seen in my life. Just knowing that these things, I mean, could literally freaking kill you, man. There's also a little bit of an excitement as well, but you always have to be very careful with it too,
Right. With that being said, I kind of want to know the fact that you are so motivated and concentrating on the Mexico market. We could go back to ball pythons now at this point, but
yeah.
Are you like strategically looking at your projects differently now? Or are you like trying to keep?
No.
I mean, like, or are you just still trying to go balls to the walls and change the whole game any chance you get? Like,
right now, I'm gonna strictly still do the same pairings that I did completely from. The only difference now is that I don't have to worry about having some of my low end stuff sell for low end prices. I mean, we work hard for us, for all these breeding projects, all our snakes and stuff. Now all I'm doing is just getting a higher value for my snakes. And I can ship them out and take care of other people, kind of showing them how to start projects. But I could have 300 clutches this season, which I'm not even going to do it, and I still won't even be able to touch, the Mexico market. And I think just everyone else being involved in it, going and checking all the things out, it's only going to be better for the business. Dude, this reminds me when I first started in this business and I started doing the whole YouTube thing, people were hating me right away. Oh, this guy only has, he only is here because he has money. Oh, you're only famous because you do unboxings, this and that. And the same people that talk shit about me doing all that, what I did was, instead of talking shit back to them, I remember going to their tables and I was filming, oh man, this is cool snakes, guys, go check them out, killing them with kindness and stuff like that. But what happened with that? They stopped hating on me. We started becoming cool. This thing started growing more and more. When I talk about the Mexican market, it's going to be good for everyone. And, it's just, dude, having the comfort of the reptile industry getting bigger and bigger and having less risk of, like the market crashing or anything like that, dude, it's so freaking badass, dude. I mean, it's freaking amazing, man.
I mean, with that being said, like, let's just say if let's say you lived in, let's say you lived in Mexico. Like, let's just say your collection all of a sudden was in Mexico. I mean, how hard do you feel like it would be to like build a solid group, like a customer base like you have here in America? Do you feel like that would pick up pretty quickly, or do you feel like
I just shipped out like 15 breeder females out here that are already starting some projects over here, and Hector has them already over here, and we have
Hector, right on, Hector. He must like you.
Yeah, so no, the market's already here, man. Like I said, dude, Hector alone, I mean, it's his first year getting into the snakes, and this guy's already sold $20,000 packages. So and $20,000 over here goes a long way. $20,000 over here is like almost making $150,000 out there a sell in the States. So yeah.
We haven't even talked about the fact that I'm sure when you were at these shows in Mexico, you had other inspiring YouTubers wanting to like do what you're doing in a sense. Do you see like the YouTube community building with the reptiles as well down there?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude. Yes, 100%. When they started seeing me doing that, you start getting a wave. People like, oh my gosh, it's really possible. You could really start doing this. And again, that's when the market has been crazy. Hector, he was telling me the way he started, he, grabbed a snake and he went on YouTube. He saw my Spanish channel. He started watching all that, but then he started seeing he sees you, started seeing Justin, and then they started doing YouTube. Then another person saw him do that. Then they started doing that. Every time someone starts a YouTube channel, it doesn't matter how much views you get. If you get 50, you get 60, you get 15. No matter what, someone's going to come across that. They're going to fall in love with that. Then they're going to start something. And it's pretty much just a domino effect, man. The more we do that, the more people get involved in it, the better it is for the whole industry. And right now, I honestly the market alone is already crazy in the States. The market is crazy in Canada. The market's crazy in the United Kingdom. The market's crazy in Thailand, Indonesia. All these freaking other countries are growing so crazy, man. And now opening up another one that's getting even crazier and bigger. I want to be a part of that wave. I want to be that guy that
you're in that wave right now.
Yeah,
They're
and I want to take advantage of that. You know, and it's funny. It's something that I remember. The Wolf of Wall Street. What's in Jordan Belfort said it was the coolest freaking thing. And I don't really like watching inspirational videos and stuff like that. To me, it's always, I always feel like, you know, it's just like whatever to me. But one thing he said, and it always, you know, reminded. It always stays with me. It's like, you're always in life. You're always going to get, you know, an open window. It's up to you how long you want to keep that window open. And to me, it's like, sometimes things slow down a little bit. And it's like, oh, is that window really closed? And then you see that Mexico thing and you freaking work and you work and you work on. Now my fucking door is fully open again, dude. And I have so much thoughts and so much ideas that I want to do that's never been done out here with my buddy Hector and Iron and stuff like that. That it's, I mean, not only are we creating like crazy animals and making, I mean, look, people are going to hate it, man. There's so much fucking money in this industry, dude. And last year was.
You want to laugh at something right now? And we haven't talked, you know, it sucks because you and I haven't really like had, you know, I understand you're busy, but it's hard for me to actually like tell you something I really want to tell you, you know, and this is something I want to tell you over the phone or in person, right? But we were talking about earlier how, you know, homies that, you know, really love you, you know, act different energy and you see screenshots. And I don't want to say this guy had a different energy, but he had like a prediction on you, right? And this was about 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. Yeah. And the prediction that we were talking about back in the day with the forest, you know, saying you can't make money in ball pythons. I was like, well, let's bring Miguel on. It never happened. Like he never wanted to bring you on, right? And so anyways, we were talking about that topic again. And if this person had to happen to say, you know, the way Miguel lives his life, the way he portrays himself, he cannot sustain off breeding snakes. It's not going to happen. He's going to eventually hit a point where he's going to have to change his lifestyle, and that might not be good for him. And it kind of got dark. I was like, dude, no way. And this is pre-Mexico YouTube. Like this is before you do it. So I'm not gonna lie. I like and Lily was there too. Don't get, you know, Lily loves you. So Lily's like, what? Like what is this for? Like Miguel not like chilling out. Like you don't see that, you know? But dude, every stars align for a reason, bro. Motherfuckers are here for a reason on Earth. You are goddamn globally about to open doors for Mexico, not only for America, but Canada, UK. Everyone's tap into Mexico now, bro. Like my hairs are standing. This is crazy,
dude.
Like,
that's how we've been. Tina and I, we sit down and we go through these things, and you know, and I come and I talk to my partners over here, and it's like, dude, I'll tell you right now, man. Like,
this is crazy.
You know, I love money. I do, because
money.
It's security. It's security and everything like that. And you know, like talk to certain people what they've made, and we go through, you know, like our finance, and we're like, holy shit, man. And the best thing about the ball python market, the best thing in the whole entire world is like, you know, any company that's a multi-million-dollar company, right? They make $100 million. On average, most companies only take, you know, anywhere from 8 to 12%, sometimes 15%. Now, you get a company that makes $100 million and say they make, you know, 10% of it. That's $10 million that they're coming in, right? Which is a lot of money, right? Ball pythons, you're taking home about 80% of what you make. You make, you know, $10 million, you're coming home with like $8 million, right? So what I'm getting at, it's like, not only is the profit like so upside down, but the growth and the craziness that's coming in just right now has motivated me so much, dude. I honestly feel like if I could push 3 more years working like this, I could retire in the sense of where the business is managed more by employees and by other people, hopefully my kids or whatever. And I'm kind of in the back end, just traveling, doing certain things, doing the pairings, doing certain little things, kind of like how Justin's doing. You know, Justin, honestly, man, that guy to me, dude, I it's not, you know, a lot of people say, oh, man, you're always...
It's funny you bring up Justin, because you know how I just mentioned this situation just now about a half ago?
Yeah.
So this homie of ours came on a podcast recently, not too long ago, and we brought up that topic again about like, you know, what you should do with your ball python investments, or like what you make, the money you make off snakes. And he highly suggested like to, you know, put that in other things. Like don't just put it in snakes. That's a really bad idea. And that tracked down to a certain someone. I can't say names, but that certain someone called me and he's like, hey man, like I'm kind of worried, not worried, but like whatever that guy said on the show, I had people.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. I get it. And if you can put the dots together, good for you, but I'm not going to say the name.
Yeah.
But it was a concern because like, dude, the way this person's talking is convincing people not to continue to want to invest.
So here's my take on that is, you know, a lot of people take on, you know, remember the breeders right now and breeding right now is a lot different than it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you know. And if you can't see it with your own eyes where things are going, and the people that, only because people don't put their face out there on YouTube and stuff like that, doesn't mean they're not making any money, dude. I mean, I could sit down here and name 10 people that I know that made over $1 million in sales, but that's not really going to change anything. They're going to be like, oh, well, this guy's only here because he did this. This guy's only did that because he's number this, or this guy did this because this and that. If you have that mentality and you're questioning yourself because someone said something, you probably shouldn't own your own business. Because when I first started this, I got fucking railed. Dude, you're just wasting a lot of money. Dude, you shouldn't be doing this. You don't know what you're doing. You don't have this and that. You don't have that. Well, you know what, dude? I'll tell you right now, I have way more money in my bank account right now than I had before when I had my other businesses. And it's raw, straight up raw. And if anybody ever wants to freaking see it and want to make a little bet on it, it's all
ready
straight up
for
in
it.
snake
You
sales.
ready?
And it's
You
the
ain't
best.
ready. It's gonna make your dick shrink when you see these numbers, because you're like,
And it's
oh!
the best, dude. And another thing, you know, like it was saying, like, and again, I say it for motivation, dude. The last year, my biggest package of sales was like, I think it was like $64,000, and I was like, wow, that's freaking crazy. My biggest package, just one package, this season for 2021 was $145,000.
Now,
One package.
You say this leads all to you starting a Spanish YouTube account? Like, do you feel like that's what started?
Nope, not this one. This package was from someone I had totally not even fucking know what the fuck it was.
And they reached out to you.
Yeah, reach out to me. Morph Market.
And so when he reached out to you, did you already have your Spanish YouTube channel cracking?
Yeah, but it wasn't from Mexico. This guy was totally from. No, it's not even Mexico.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's the craziest part. It wasn't even freaking from Mexico. It's insane. I mean, it's not all the sales that I've been doing this last for 2021. Most of them were like people I didn't even freaking know, new people.
Right.
You know, it's yeah. I'll tell you later.
Dude, why is this? Look, I haven't seen this guy in months, and here he is. I'm glad he's here. Don't get me wrong. Harrison Wang, Papa Wang. Can we call him Papa Wang now?
Dude, Harry, that motherfucker's bipolar. He'll love me one day, then one day if he wants to fight me. I don't get this motherfucker, dude. I love him though. Harry is one guy that I can say from the beginning is an OG. He's a real friend, not a fake friend. Love you, man. Henry, keep being you, brother. You're freaking good. Love you, Harry.
If I could capitalize on that, and you kind of know about this, I don't know what group of friends you're talking about, but a group of your friends at one point, I was like, I don't trust these motherfuckers, you know? And I don't want to say I almost threw Harry under there, but the way I saw that Harry always stayed down with you was enough for me to see that he's always an OG, triple OG.
Dude,
and
Harry.
The show's like, I love him. Harry went to my wedding, bro. Wang is really deal. I love Harry.
Harry is a viper boa. Little but feisty as fuck, dude.
Oh my God. Okay. Let's get
but yeah, you know, back to the thing, man. Like, look, I do want to say, man, like, if you guys have any, you know, like, look, here's one thing I also wanted to say. A lot of people want to understand, like, you know, I keep on seeing videos like, oh, how to start a ball python collection. Guys, honestly, man, it's not science, dude. Everyone knows just to buy some high value females. It doesn't matter, dude. Squirreless females, I'll grab some out the end. It's not rocket science, dude. And just pick some projects that you see that are booming, that are hard to make, that people are not really making on Morph Market, and just continue doing it, man. I see a lot of people always ask, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? Or what if I do this? Dude, it's you don't need to go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I love what you're saying, but it's also smart to not have high expectations and to just kind of let doors open up for you too, right? Because some people, I don't want to say luck, but some people have certain opportunities that other people, like, dude, the way me and you became friends, I feel like I'm so lucky with that. And it just worked out the way it did. Now, there's some people that want to get close to you and they don't know how. And that's a problem with making relationships with other people. But
you know, we vibed right off the bat, man. And you were never, like, honestly, like a fake person. You were kind of really, you know, you were straight up from the beginning. I liked it, you know. And I've stayed close to the people that I've met in the beginning, you know. And sometimes I feel bad because I can't get to my DMs all the time, and people get upset and they're like, oh man, this and that's. Like, dude, every time I go try to check a DM, and if I do look at it, I go back and they get like 20, 30 more. It's like, dude, we do about 200, 150 messages daily. And it's like, hey man, why are you ignoring me? I'm like, dude, just take a chill. Then there's other people that do understand and like, hey man, they're gonna get back to me whenever. And it's like, look guys, I totally apologize, man. And we're working on something where, you know, I will be able to get some time and just go through everything by myself and get everything's going. But right now we are so slammed. I mean, it's insane, dude. And I'm so freaking excited.
Okay,
I'm so excited.
Let's kind of talk about what you have going on still at your house, because there was one point you had you still have monitors, you have a bunch of other shit other than ball pythons, and I want to know what the game is with all that stuff. Like, what are you gonna do with all the randoms?
So we still have our pets, right? Tina and I, we just lost our dream house. Dude, so freaking painful, man. We found our dream house and dude, we got outbid by a lot more, and I was like, hell no, I'm not gonna, you know, like,
bro. My whole problem, you know, I made the most money ever last year, okay, and I handed Lily racks, and we still couldn't buy a house. We were going all the way to fucking Menifee, getting houses for like $500K, and I couldn't get a house, bro.
Yeah, no, it was ridiculous, man. And the whole goal to it, your question was, you know, we're gonna build a facility again. I was gonna build something like Justin. Have my ball pythons, do everything like that, have space to, you know, grow that business even bigger, just like his facility is. But I do love reptiles just in general, and I was going to build like my own little, you know, like a reptarium where, you know, people come check out, because I have so much ideas of like these animals that I want to have in my own, like, you know, as pets and stuff, that, you know, we're working on that, and that is going to happen here in the next couple of years.
And then at that point, you know, I one thing, you know, shout to the wives, man, Tina, my wife Lily, because Lily holds. Yeah. I mean, I have a couple homies that can hold it down, but they don't hold it down like her. Probably the same way Tina holds it down for you.
Turtle the last year has freaking honestly evolved to like an animal that's just, to me, it's just like, I'm like, shit. She'll sometimes tell me like, hey, are you gonna go? Dude, one time.
Was it the Mercedes?
No, it wasn't that. I think it's like when she saw the money coming in on PayPal. No, I'm just joking. Just joking.
No, you're not.
No.
You gave her access. Wow.
She got a No, look. Honestly, it was funny. I'll tell you a funny story. Just like 3 weeks ago when I was in Mexico here again, I hate traveling. I got up early in the morning.
Right.
I started the shower and I didn't want to go. I laid it back down. She's like, oh my gosh. She goes, you're such a pussy. And I'm like, because I hate travel. People think I make everything look fun because I want Instagram to look cool, but I don't want to be traveling. Like I get homesick and stuff like that. But Tina is such a boss, dude. I could leave now and she takes care of everything. She manages my nephew. I just have to write down the pairings, like 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4, blah, blah, blah. She does all the feeding. I used to never feel comfortable like nobody feeding. She does everything, man. And now with her working, you know, with, you know, becoming a broker now to doing she's going to start broking all the snakes out to Mexico. It's like, dude, she's just completely just fucking killing it, man. It's so cool seeing her opening up her own business, starting her own thing. And, you know, we're going to kill it, man. We're going to kill it. And I hope everyone else does, because we're just, you know, all going to have access to just make a lot, you know, cooler stuff.
Can I have one suggestion? Not even but as a customer, as looking at you as a business standpoint, can we please hire Tina, an assistant, to take in the mail and see when there's inventory that comes in for you guys? She found my shirts, by the way, that I sent 2 months ago.
Yes.
Can you help her out? I think Aubrey could take over that one. Sorry, I love you.
Oh, freaking no. You, Aubrey? No, you're right. Aubrey, this is Aubrey. Dad, can I go?
I love you, Tina.
Summer. Could I go through summer with this and that? It's like, no, Aubrey, get out of here. You're not doing that stuff. You know, you're right. We're so behind with just everything. We're behind on emails. We're behind on messages. We're behind on this stuff. And so dude, it's the worst because so much things are happening. And it's like, I do this, I forget about that. I grab this, I forget about this. But we're just dialing everything in. These next 3 months are going to be freaking insane. But after that, we are hiring someone else. We just want to see if we're going to be able to get this new house, another house, start building the facility, and start, you know, just you know, evolving.
I love it. You know, that being said, I kind of want to revert back to the Mexico talk because, you know, we were talking before we went live on how I'm excited that I'm producing super doors, boas. I don't want to say not green trees yet, but with that being said, do you feel like there's going to be a big pool with people wanting the other species like carpet pythons, green tree pythons, Mexico? Like, so big?
So you know, like, remember when we were talking and I was like, oh, it was time Hector was like, oh yeah, you know, what's called MJ is like Charlie Rock Monitor Lizard. There is, so you have your Miguel's here,
Right.
your Justin Cabelkas, you have your MJs, you have your dude. There's like 30 million of us on different things. There's people that think ball pythons are just freaking whack as hell. They want, they have monitor lizards, they have, all this crazy stuff, dude. Beaded lizards, all the crazy. I can't even name all the species just because it's like they have different people doing that kind of stuff. And you go to Animalia, you'll see the guy that does ball pythons. You see a guy that does geckos. You see the guy that does, I don't know, boas. You have guys that do venomous snakes, crocodiles, owls. I mean,
okay. I don't know what just freaked me out right now, like in a good way, is what does Mexico have that majority of the United States does not have?
¿Cómo se llama la lagartija que van a empezar a mandar acá?
You hear what I said?
Yeah,
Abronia.
No,
have you heard of the lizard, Abronia lizard?
Can we not talk about that yet? Now I'm lost. You fucked me up.
Wait, why?
Because I was gonna get to a point. I forgot what I was gonna say now. But okay, let's talk about Abronia now. God damn it!
Okay,
I love
Abronia.
They're the rarest, but that's the number one most smuggled lizard right now from Mexico coming to the United States, and that's not.
So
go ahead. Let's talk about
this out.
I gotta remember.
So, when Hector and I were talking, and we started legalizing a lot of stuff with some big names on here, having talks with just the government itself, and for the reptiles and stuff like that. The Abron, what did I say? The Abronia, Abronias. They're gonna legally start coming in here pretty soon.
Legally,
illegally, everything,
dude. Because the Abronia are one of the most amazing, like. You want to talk about designers type fucking lizards to work with, dude?
Bro, they're badass.
Oh my god, that would be game changing.
Hector has like 1 million of them, dude. If you ever want to come and check them out,
Hector, come on, bro. Can I go? Listen, can you schedule a remote podcast? Me go down there. I do it in person with Hector. Can we do that?
Hector, Hector knows English too.
God damn it.
MJ va a venir para acá, para México, entonces quiere ser, cuando yo venga la otra vez, a lo mejor para Animalia, en otra semana, él quiere hacer un vivo podcast contigo. Oh, 100%. A MJ le gustan muchos como los reptiles venenosos, como las especies más diferentes, como los crocodile monitor lizards, todas esas madres. Es como Charlie Rock monitor.
Mariscos and barbacoa. I want to eat.
Oh, bro, we had mariscos today.
Yes. That's what I want.
Yesterday. Dude, it's fucking amazing, dude.
Oh, the oyster. I was on the water.
Dude.
You're right on the water.
Yeah. Dude, y'all hear something funny? So when you go into a reptile room, you're always like, it's so hot and sweaty, and you just want to open the door to walk out to get some fresh air, right? Dude, yesterday we were in Veracruz, which is right there in the coastal line, and we were at the Bearded Dragon place, and it's so hot in there. I'm sweating my freaking balls off, dude. I want to go open the door and get out. You open the door, it's even worse, dude. You want to go back in because the humidity makes it feel like it's 110 degrees out there, dude. It's so bad.
So what I was going to say before the Abronia talk was like the one thing Mexico has at a huge advantage that most of the United States doesn't have is the climate, bro. They don't have to worry about sub-0 degree fucking New York and Canada and all that East Coast shit, bro. Like they have things that can thrive down there. Like this is huge.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, we saw some stuff. Yeah, just yesterday that I was just like, that kid that has stuff in his rooms. I'm like, dude, what's the temp at? He goes, I'm like, oh, never mind. It's freaking like 88 degrees in here with like humidity of 70. I'm like, you're good. Nice bed. And you'll see on the video, but then you see what he's building and stuff. You're like, holy hell, dude.
Now, let me ask you this. How do you think it would be? Because, like, for instance, we have people who throw major shows out here in America, right? Do you ever feel like we could maybe get, like, either Rami or Brian or Bob Ashley to collaborate on a show to go to Mexico at that point? Do you ever see that being in the future? Don't tell me it's already happening.
Ahorita me está preguntando que si hay potencial de hacer otros, shows más grandes en vez de Animalia y. So we're gonna throw one of the biggest shows here at the World Trade Center in Mexico, where it's already in the works. That Hector and I are gonna do, and a couple of people. We're gonna make it a lot different than what's going on already right now, and it's already in the works.
Wow, that's crazy, bro. Now, with that being said, as far as Mexico morph market being up and running, how far are we from that? Like, where are we looking to that?
I think 2 weeks, man.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, and it's gonna open up the floodgates of just like mayhem, and it sucks. I don't think I have like no snakes to sell.
but like, will we be able to see what's going on in
Dude,
Mexico?
you'll be all you have to do is just like you go on Morph Market for like the United Kingdom or like South Africa, just click on it, go to Mexico, boom, see what's out there and stuff like that. Yeah, that's gonna And now we're working with all we're working on all like the legalization of shipping and stuff like that, and have the distribution places, which has never been done. That I know of, and we're going to be trying to, make everything easy as possible for everyone, for the people who live out here, for the people who live out there, for us, and just making the whole, the world go around, man.
Honestly, like Miguel, I knew this was going to be a big episode, but the fact that you said that Abronia will be legally imported,
yeah.
Okay, you know how many lives you're saving from getting arrested? Like, there's motherfuckers. This guy who's I forget his last name, but local here gets popped.
The guy that just got
yes, he got popped with like over 46 something animals, like all in his jacket and shit. And they're 30 years. He's doing 30 years for that, bro.
See, and it's crazy, man. Like we had these meetings a couple of weeks ago with like the people that do real like importation and exportation, and it's the people that do the smuggling that really put the bad name on the animal itself. And it sucks so bad because right away, if you see, they're smuggling this animal, it gets put like in the freaking, it gets red flagged. Oh, why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? And all you have to honestly do, man, is just go through it like the right way, get the right paperwork and do everything, dude. And like I say, you have to pay a little bit of the officials, just, but there's a right way of doing it.
Okay, it dawned on me because any kind of shitty situation I've been down in no matter where in Mexico, you pay out and you're good. You just fucking, you're not in that situation no more. I can only imagine having somebody who's connected to the government and then meeting you, somebody who's not bullshit. Like, listen, motherfucker, this is what you want. This is what you get. Boom. That's like, this is game changing globally, not only for Mexico and America, but for Canada. Like I'm saying, bro, like, I don't know. This is crazy.
It's insane, man. And right now, dude, the black market out here in Mexico is insane, dude. And, we went through this area just recently and it's like, there's like literally clubs you could go into, like check the black market stuff, see little baby jaguars, little panthers, little freaking like lions, stuff like that. And I was like, this is fucked up. But hold on. Oh my God, these things are fucking cool. Then you put them down and stuff like that. But
okay, that one guy, the jaguar guy, the real popular, it's like black. He has like a
white, ¿cómo se llama? White jaguar, black power, ¿cómo se llama? Black panther, black jaguar. Yeah, that's a big dog.
Yeah, like I'm talking about, he's cuddling these motherfuckers like every day. He's probably one of the biggest, like mammal influencers. I feel like
we have this other guy that's partnering this with all the legal, like export and importing. He does everything by the book, and it's so freaking awesome because he literally gets like the craziest animals, but everything legally, man. He's well-connected guy, awesome dude. I mean, he has the coolest shit. Yeah. Because he does things right, and he doesn't want stuff to go down the wrong way, so things get like red flagged or put in the black in the blacklist and stuff.
What's crazy is because I follow this white tiger, black jaguar guy.
That guy, yeah.
Before the whole Joe Exotic, the Tiger King shit.
Yeah.
Bro, it just shows how much piece of shit Americans are with fucking mammals, bro. And not only mammals, any animal. This is why, like, my boy Andrew always
people.
Like humans all together don't deserve animals. Like, we don't deserve to have them. But if you do have them, do your best by it. And that guy right there is somebody I saw how much he loves the ant, like how much work, how much money, how much shit he put in, bro. It's nuts.
No, it is, man.
But I feel like Mexico loves animals more than Americans. I really do. I hate to say it. You can fucking take this the wrong way, but there ain't no PETA in Mexico. How about that, motherfuckers? How about you let that sit in your fucking soup? There ain't no PETA in Mexico, and because Mexico loves fucking animals. That's what it comes down to. But anyways, back to what we were getting at here.
Yeah.
With the people you have, well, hold on. I got another bone to pick. This is probably the biggest I'm going to pick. Not that I need to pick with you, but I just want to hear.
No.
I want to hear your point of view on this because you know how I am, bro. Like, MJ. Like, if you if you show me something I don't agree with and I don't like, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to A, unthink it, and B, be cool with you when I really don't agree, right? And there's a certain someone, and I'm not gonna say them, but there's a certain someone I don't. Ever since visiting his place, I never agreed with it, and it always, it's like sipping sour milk, which I can't even drink milk anymore, so I'm definitely not gonna drink sour milk.
You
right?
too? I can't drink milk either, dude.
Almond milk.
I just found that out. Yeah.
Gotta go almond, unsweetened. But anyways, it stomachs me because how much I don't like someone who's continuously put on other people's platforms, collaborating with people who are still giving him a light somehow. And I want to find a way to just let this go, to be honest, Miguel. So I want to hear from how
I know, and I know who you're talking about, man. And look, I agree with certain things, like as far as things are, kept or taken care of, but at the same time, the way I look at things, it's like the amount of people that he brings into the hobby, and it's like how he, no matter what we say about the person, or we could demolish the guy, he still, no matter what, is going to get a lot of more traction, a lot of more people looking at us to be who we are. You know what I mean? And it sucks to say whether you're a good person or a bad person. I know there is good in the person, and I genuinely like him as a person. There's a lot of people I like that I don't agree with stuff that they do, but as a person, as a friend, I do like him. And at the end of the day, he does do a lot for this industry.
And one thing that I kind of had to check myself with is, the way I portrayed myself with really kind of being disrespectful. I didn't give a fuck, trust me. There's a point where even you had to tell me, like, maybe you shouldn't always do this to everybody, right? And I probably wouldn't have understood that unless you would have told me. So, but the thing is, I changed, Miguel. Like, I want to change.
Dude, MJ, it's crazy how much you've changed, man.
Because I want to do better. Like, I want to do better by not only myself, but by people who inspired by me. Like, I don't want to continue to be an aggro fucking just piece of shit to people, because some people deserve the time of day. But I just don't see any evolving coming from this guy, and that's what hurts me. Like, I still tell people not to go to his place, and I don't want to be like that. Like, I would love to. But they go to their place, they're going to be like me. Like, you think I want that? Like, so I don't know. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, when you had everyone in your ear telling you not to be friends with me, when you had everyone telling you, fuck, what are you doing with this MJ guy? You stuck with me always. And
you're real.
And honestly, I knew I didn't give a fuck about having no other friends but you, because of how much you always looked out for me. So that's what made me realize maybe you should just kind of chill. And I'm trying to chill, and I want to chill, because at the end of the day, we're better together than against each other, bro. Like, I don't
100%.
want to be like, fuck you. I don't want to be like that. Like, I mean, especially if I have a platform that's growing, I want to let's just all work this out. You know what I mean?
1,000,000%. The person that I got the most hate to like not hang out with and not be friends with was BARCZYK. And that guy helped me out so much, dude. Like, I was the guy that was like, dude, why are you hanging out with them? He's bad. He's just like, dude, whatever you guys had back in the day, that's you, man. He's been good to me ever since, and we've been friends till then, and I love BARCZYK. I think BARCZYK is another one that does freaking amazing for this industry, man. Without him, I wouldn't have been in here, because I would never came across his channel. And again,
without you, I would have never been in this podcast multiple times. Like, you don't understand. Like, you connected me with BARCZYK.
Do you remember? Do you remember that?
Thinking about it was the shittiest situation ever, but the best time ever, bro. Like,
hey, speaking of anxiety, do you remember? Hey, I'm out, dude. I was so embarrassed, but when they said, "Oh, you might not be able to leave till like next week," I'm like, I only have like 4 Advents in like my suitcase. I'm like, I'm out, bro.
Dude, what a time. Because remember, we're like, it's not as bad as we think. And then we see Trump on the fucking TV at the restaurant saying all airplanes are shutting down. We're like, what?
We were at BJ's. At the restaurant. And I was like, I was trying to play it off, but I had a really bad anxiety. And I was like, hey, MJ, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm like, I'm out, dude. I'm like, you can leave with me right now if you want. You're like, no, I'm gonna stay here. And I took off. You got a little taste of like how my anxiety is. I just don't like showing it or talking about it,
But okay, as much as like, there's things that you like portray that make me angry, but like, you have such a good reason behind it. Like, I'll never forget, like, okay, like, that was a crazy situation, me flying overnight to Detroit, meeting you, and then I finally meet up with you, right? And then I'm so excited to see you, and then right when we leave Chambers, you're like, hey, MJ, I'm probably gonna leave tonight. I was like, what? I was like, you're not leaving. But like, you had Aubrey, you had Ace, you had Tina just freaking out. Like, and that's why I was
Bro,
like,
I was more afraid of myself. I could care less about them. I was like, fuck, I might not be able to breathe because of my anxiety. I just wanted to get home to doctors.
but to think that like we were together when it all happened, like that day,
Dude,
that was the
it was that day when he went on there, and then I get off the airport, and then they're talking about it. I'm like, holy shit, I just got here on time. I'm like, and I was like, I told you, I was like, damn, I think MJ's fucked, dude. He's gonna be there for like months. And then you were back the next day. I was like, damn it, I look like a pussy.
No, it was like right after such a great high at Eric Chambers. And real quick, shout out to Eric Chambers and Mary. Congratulations on your new home. If you have,
congrats.
I love you guys. The hobby misses you guys because Eric Chambers, like, remember the times when Eric Chambers was up in this bitch, bro? Like, what a
Eric Chambers made it like most of my viral videos on freaking on my YouTube.
He did. And, like I said, being at his place, vlogging at his place, you got hella second high off the dab pen. Remember, I was just blowing back. And I was like, and Miguel was just getting everything.
Dude.
And
I had to walk out again. Dude, I was like, fuck, I'm out of here, man. Yeah. Dude,
bro, and then
it's so funny.
Remember being on the roads and there was nobody on the road? Like, this is like Walking Dead. Like, remember it was
Dude,
like.
Yeah. We're like, where are you really taking this? Like, if you're like, you're
He's
about
like,
to like, what's
he's smoking cigarette after cigarette. I'm just like,
all nervous and shit. I was like, damn. So it was like some deliverance shit. I was like, oh fuck, I'm basically to walk up to a place, kid playing the banjo. I'm like, fuck.
Hey, Miguel, I want to listen. As much as I love to say how much you inspire me, I'm not the only one, man. You inspire a lot of people out there. New, advanced, all sorts, right? But I want to hear from you some advice you have for anyone that's new in this game who can't really find which direction to go. And we can just obviously stick around ball pythons right now, but there's so many different projects to go ahead and tackle and go after, right? Which, I grew up in this hobby thinking you need clown, right? But like, what is it nowadays? Like, what advice can you give nowadays for anyone who's trying to do something?
I think right now, if they're starting off fresh, man, realistically, it's going to be going into like the triple heads, quad heads. Take your chance on some of those, man, because right now, dude, the way things are going, man, if you notice it, all the big heavy hitter stuff, it's like double visual, head something. Or, like just, some people just make the triple visual stuff. But I honestly, man, I would load up on a lot of double head females or visual female head this, a bunch of those, man, and just, towards, when they get a little bit bigger, start really getting some powerhouse males. Because by that time, you'll have a double visual for sure. And just kind of, like cross the, like the breeding as far as, having a clown, double head, pied desert ghost, and down the line, hopefully you get like a desert ghost, pied head clown. So, you make sure you try to hit the double visual, but now you know for sure it's going to be 100% something else. I mean, that's the way I would go about things. I know a lot of people I hear a lot of people, they'll ask me and tell me, hey man, do you think it's too far for me to get into this? Dude, it could have been too far for me to get to this 5 years ago, but I cut a little corners just to like, get past a couple other people I saw people didn't do. And right now, I still think you have a lot of chances. I mean, better chances to, make it in this industry because you have to play with odds. No matter what, we're making these triples, these quad heads. We're playing with odds, and we all know that we're going on the double, triple, quad, visuals. That's where we're going at, And now
and even I don't mean to cut you off, Miguel, but even myself is realizing that the stuff I made last year was probably something I wanted to make, but like really good for my project wasn't the right move. And what I'm meaning is I made a bunch of sick ass codom shit, but I really should have made a bunch of sick head shit is what I should have done.
Yeah.
Right.
We just had this discussion today. And so out here in Mexico, right, it's rare for someone to have visual clown females, visual clown pieds. Right. The first desert ghosts were just made this year. Think about it. The first desert ghosts were hatched this year. He thought he was going to make it, but he missed the odds. Now think about how far they're behind, and they're still right now, chasing a whole new thing. They're just like 5 years behind. But with us, we're moving to the double, triple visuals, and again, we're playing with odds, man. You have more of a, your easier way to, make it in this market, man. I just think you have to just take it very serious, have some patience, and just do it. I hate saying it, but like if you have like love and passion for it, man, you're gonna kill it, dude. If you go in there just for the money, just you're not gonna really care for it.
Have the love and passion ahead of anything else, and watch what happens. I feel like that's what. Can we give another shot to OG homie right here? Because I would have never met him if it wasn't for you, bro. Antoine.
Oh, dude, Antoine's freaking cool. He's a 6'6". He's one of those homies out there. He's a high desert homie.
He's a high desert and a black belt.
He's a legit. Yeah, he's a legit like like a homie from like where I'm at.
I
High desert.
don't want to fuck up the vibe, but here's Jared.
How do I exit?
I'm just kidding. Jared, I love you, Jared. No, just kidding.
No, just like no. Jared's cool. Jared's really cool. I like Jared. Jared Smith.
Okay,
cool.
I mean, because one thing also, Miguel, other than people who are just coming into this, starting off ball pythons, I'll tell you one thing that's hot in the game are people who are in carpets, chondros, emeralds, wanting to get into ball pythons now because it's like they're seeing it, right? And
yeah.
I feel like if you're somebody who has a niche at another species, it should be pretty easy for you to get into the ball python game.
Oh, dude,
right?
100%. Yeah. Dude, right now I'm seeing it just, and you know what, another thing that I'm seeing that's freaking going crazy is geckos, dude. It is getting crazy, man. Like,
I didn't know
insane.
Gecko breeders making bills out there, bro. There's motherfucking, bro, gecko's going for 30, 40K. I'm
bro,
like, these chihuahuas?
Yeah, dude.
I
don't know the names of them, but I know some guy that just bought like 1.4 of like the geckos alone, where I think were like $12,000 a piece. He got them all for $10,000 each, just like nothing. And they're selling like hotcakes. I know a guy in freaking Guadalajara, Charlie's geckos. You guys freaking making a fortune just off of geckos.
Right. Respect to this super chat, passion before paper, but MJ is paper or see you later. That's all I got to say.
No, yeah. No, but it's true though. Like, because look, I grew up loving reptiles. I just never knew there was money into reptiles, you know, like at all. And then once, dude, when you really like, man, when you find something that you really, really love, and I mean, dude, the money will just fall in there, man. It really, really will.
Now, I mean, let me ask you this: if we could kind of talk about the the U.S. market, right? Like, let's kind of, because in reality, there's a lot of people who can only sell in the United States, and that's what they want to do. How do you feel like the U.S. market's looking at this point for your own projects? Like, other than you selling mad shipments within Mexico, I mean, is your customer base still as solid as ever in America?
Still solid.
But still
Very
keeping
solid.
up. Like, are you still like? I mean, obviously, it's almost impossible to keep up to certain projects or certain combos that you hit. But like, are you keeping up to the demand for the most part?
Yeah, just everything's everywhere. It's just everyone's perfectly fine.
And I do got it. I mean, I don't want to know how this feels for you. And I probably should have asked you this a long time ago on your first transaction with him. But selling or doing business with Justin Kabelka, how does that feel, bro? Like the fact that he wants your animals, like,
dude, that's crazy. And I will say this with confidence. Justin this last season bought more snakes off of me than I bought off of him, and that was the coolest feeling ever. And I always tell him this all the time, dude. Wow. Like the fact that Justin has done that, and it's so freaking amazing, dude. It's a cool feeling, man. Like I said, Justin, he's one of my biggest inspirations. He, still helps me to this day with certain stuff, and it's freaking cool, man. I mean, dude, without him, man, I don't think I'll be this far ahead with a lot of stuff, and I really, really mean that.
Now, I mean, I never felt like you ever saw Justin as competition, and a lot of people can't. I don't help but to think, like, a lot of people, Miguel, like, don't know how to be so confident with themselves, and they look at everything else as competition. And dude, I want to know how you delegate that.
Dude, the only person I look as competition is honestly is just myself, man. That's the only person that I'm competing with, just to make myself better. And as long as I'm happy, man, I'm still killing it, dude. I'm freaking, that's me, killing it, right? With other people, man, I see that because some people they're so against this person. Oh, this guy did this. This guy just like, dude, if you start worrying about that person, just worry more about yourself, man. You're going to be perfectly fine. But at the end of the day, man, it still comes I think it comes with insecurities, man. I think it really does.
To bring BARCZYK back up again, his other people's insecurities that got put out on him pushed him to want to say, fuck you guys, I'm just going to do my own thing, not go to shows no more, and literally create what he's created.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why, like, the haters in art, like, that should influence you. I mean, it's hard. At first when you get haters, and especially when it's your friends, and you're like, what? Like, that's how you really feel? It's hard to stomach that. And with my anger, how it used to be, or how, it's sketch, but I'm just saying, like, it's hard for me to see a homie not be a homie and be a Bob Smith. And you're like,
dude.
But honestly, that's their own problem, bro. Like,
yeah,
to be that fake, you must be battling some crazy demons.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Dude, it's so funny, man. Like, oh, gosh, I don't even want to
Like,
get into
I'm
it.
so happy that, you know, and I know, Miguel, that you're somebody who likes to just keep things cordial, and that's why you're a good businessman. And I'm learning that from you, because if you want to be carried as a businessman, you can't have emotions. You can't get pissed.
Yeah.
You have to keep it steady, and I'm not there yet. Like, obviously, like, you do me wrong, I'm gonna let fucking everyone, like, I'm gonna go at you. But
You are growing though every freaking day though, man. Because trust me, I see it, man. You're working harder than I've ever seen you, dude. You're maturing in so many cool ways. Dude, when I first met you, dude, you're wanting to put hands on everyone, and there was a couple of incidents where I was like, dude, that shit was gangster, but dude, you should maybe just chill a little bit, dude.
wait, was it when I saw the video of the dude who showed up to my pad and I was actually about to scrap him?
Bro, this guy was trying to bully everybody, and I just got into it. He would talk shit to everybody, and he started going there with these like, oh, you don't know who I am. He goes, I'm going to drive 2 hours, to go and kick your ass. And you're like, fine then. And I saw the video, and they're like, you're here right now. You're like, you're literally going to drive here for 2 hours just to get your ass punked. And you're like, I don't want to fucking talk. Come out so we could just get down. And like hamburger wrappers, like it is like, it was so freaking embarrassing. And my thought of that guy was like, because this guy always talked shit about me too. He was like such a hater. It's like, dude, you're a grown ass man. You talked all this shit. You literally drove 2 hours to think you're going to punk someone out. This guy came out to fight you, and you just wasted gas, to look like a bitch. That is like, oh my god, dude.
I was like, because I could, I didn't. It was my first year in the hobby, so I'm like really testing things out, and I'm like, all right, is this motherfucker really down? Or are people really down like this? Let's fucking go. You're in Temecula, drive an hour and 15 minutes south. Let's go. He did in the thick of traffic, and then he shows up with his window crack. I just want to talk, man. What the fuck? You drove down this far? Now you want to talk? Like, I got my fucking on. I couldn't believe it, bro. But but that's when I knew. I was like, bro, there's people mentally not all there in this game.
They're
like,
not, dude.
I was raised in the street. I'm gonna say I'm a street, but like, hello, I'm on my feet, motherfucker. Like, and there's people in this hobby not quick on their feet. They're just like, and I'm just like, and I'm starting to see it. Like, okay, I'm just, and
100%,
when I saw how scared he was in his car, I felt bad after. I was like, this is gonna do no good for me now. Like, I don't want
a grown ass man. A grown ass man.
This fat greasy guy. He had a kid's high chair seat in his back. Like, she has a child. Like, I don't feel good about this. It made me like kind of like.
Don't forget the McDonald's wrappers on the dashboard.
Dude, I called him. What was his name? The guy from Jurassic Park. The guy fucking Dennis.
Yes.
Bro, he whipped out of the whip like Dennis with badges. Like he had like a square. Oh my, greasy, whatever. Bro.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is like, you were there when I started realizing like, yo, this anger is not really like, it's not worth it. Definitely not worth it, because a lot of these motherfuckers ain't what they betray themselves to be. Like, it's like, harness that stuff. But one thing I learned about you, Miguel, and this is why I almost lived through you angrily, because I know you wanted to snap on some of these people, but you wouldn't, and I would be like, okay, let me go in on them. But at the end of the day, bro, like, all this, the fact that you've been so chill has inspired me to continue to want to let the small shit go. And it's building up to bigger things. Like, I'm starting to let bigger things go now. Like, there was somebody attacking Lily, bro, like putting Lily's fucking pictures on his stories. And like,
okay, that might be a little different.
You don't think MJ would have made a whole skit out of that? And I didn't. Bro. Like, I had I didn't do Lily, and if she's hearing this now, she's gonna be like, "What? I never even told Lily about this because I didn't want to fuck her head up about this." Like, I was like, "All right, I'm just gonna ignore this weirdo, wacko, and just because all he wants is a reaction, right?" And I never gave him anything, and that what worked.
That's one thing now, dude. Yeah, with the hater things, like, dude, I never get a reaction. Sometimes I'll just be like, "Oh man, sorry you feel like that," or I'll like their stuff, and just at the end of the day, like, no, they're not doing anything for me. I'm gonna go and do my whole thing, you know.
But I feel like even if you were angry, like how I am, I feel like you are so busy, and that's the key. I feel like if you keep busy, if you stay busy on what's important to you, there's no time to be mad at anything.
No, not at all.
Just going. You're going. And one thing lately that I haven't, because I got bit last year on my leg, right? And
dude, that shit was.
I can't talk quite much on it yet, but we will soon. But anyways, I got into jiu-jitsu after this slowly started healing, but then I got hurt again. And like, you know, the fact that I wasn't doing jiu-jitsu how I was, and I had that much energy, like I was getting mad again. Like I was getting like old school fucking like. So now that I started doing jiu-jitsu again, bro, like I just need to stay busy. Like if you are somebody who's wound up all the time and people piss you off easily like me, it's because you're not busy enough. You got to stay busy.
Honestly, dude, MJ, you're so right about that, man. When you have more time to think and like sitting, you know, like on your ass, dude, you honestly, like you tend to think about it more. But when you're so busy, dude, I get people get so mad at me. Hey, man, you haven't called me back. You mentioned it's like, dude, all I can say is I'm sorry. I promise I'm going to get back to you. But it's like, if you're going to get mad over something that I just can't control right now, dude, it's like, I'm sorry, man, but I have to do what I'm doing and stuff like that. And I'm so busy with stuff like that. And afterwards, I feel bad, but I'm just too busy right now to really even care, you know? And I know it sounds kind of like jacked up, but
it's the truth. That should be, dude. That's why they think about celebrities, athletes, people who just get hated on, and they're doing such a great thing. You think they sit there and look at comments? You think they sit there and respond to fucking DMs and shit that are just negative? Like, and my problem was always responding to that shit. And now I'm just like, it's not there no more. It's just like,
dude, it's not, dude.
I don't care.
Dude, and I was getting so much hate over here in Mexico, but that one did kind of scare me a little bit. Though. It was a little different over here.
Okay, I didn't want to bring it up. We will bring it up. Like, here's the thing. As much as you were doing in Mexico, attention's attention, bro. And you know one thing that's not to be fucked with down there is the cartel. So, I mean, are you, I mean, I don't want to jinx. I hate to even say this. But cartel, is that an issue? Or do you feel like, fuck, I need to tap in with those guys and make sure they're cool?
No. I stay away from any of that stuff. I just want to come here, do my work, do my business. I just do me, and
I have to ask because I mean, regardless, like you know, my up and comings party and stuff, I was tapped into some fucking Tijuanero fucking cartel members, bro, and like it's easy to become friends with those people, and I just you know. If you have money, if you have a lot of stuff going on, it's easy to like get their attention. And I'm just wondering if you feel okay, like you feel good not having to do that.
1,000,000%. Yeah, I feel, dude. 1,000,000% do. 100%.
Okay, good. I now I can sleep better.
No, yeah.
Now with that, you know, that being said, I want to ask you this, man. I hate to even mention this, but with the longevity of things, where do you see yourself being more on the YouTuber influencer Mexico connection type versus just breeding ball pythons type? Like, do you always feel like you would keep the projects steady as much as you're doing the other kind of collaborating and grinding, or do you feel like one kind of income is going to take over the other?
My goal is to honestly not do so much social media in the next 3 years and just do ball pythons.
Wow.
Honestly.
More behind the scenes.
Yeah, more behind the scenes. Honestly, man, the content thing's hard for me nowadays. I've developed some like anxiety to do content at the house. That's why to me it's easier to travel and do stuff like that. Especially when you don't have no eggs or you don't do stuff like that. And I don't want to just repeat the same stuff over and over. Like when I cut eggs and I have projects, then it's easier to do, you know, vlogs and stuff like that. But I honestly want to get to a point where maybe I do a vlog once a week on both channels, and that's it, man. And then just, you know, just breed ball pythons. The income for my social media and everything won't even like come close to what my snake sales have even like done. So I'd rather just, you know, focus on projects and stuff like that and expanding my business and trying to, you know, just expand the whole, you know, reptile industry.
I mean, how important do you feel like, especially nowadays, is it to have a YouTube if you're breeding snakes?
I think honestly, any kind of like, you know, advertisement is always just a plus. I think it's great to have YouTube because you never know. You could be that guy that just everybody likes, or you could be a guy that doesn't really like, but no matter what, man, you could definitely put that video up that's going to give some attention to somebody that's going to want that person to get into the snake industry. It's just good overall, man. It's the same thing. It's a domino effect, man.
So how come you don't have TikTok?
I did. It just didn't do. I can't keep up with it.
I can't stand that shit, bro. Like I couldn't.
Bro, I tried.
I was putting fire alpaca content out there. It was getting 19 views. I said, "Go fuck all yourselves." I was like, "I'm keeping."
I tried. I just can't, dude. I'm good with just Instagram and YouTube, and that's it.
I mean, with that being said, like, I respect that too. Like, as much as I tell myself, I'm like, you should have a TikTok, but like, it doesn't make me feel good having a TikTok. So that's why I'm like, I don't feel like it's a necessary need. But I mean, I talk to people who are literally killing in TikTok, and they ain't making shit off TikTok. Like TikTok is just an advertisement. I feel like to yourself. But think about the people who really go to TikTok. Are they really wanting to buy snakes? They want to watch kids dance. They want to watch.
They want to watch a 15-second, 30-second little clip,
keep
and
it
that's it. Switch to the other one. Go and go and go.
I
That's
don't
it.
like it. It's like I feel like TikToks are like perverted. Like they want to see people like physically, and like I'm good with that. Like I'm, hard pass, bro. But I mean, I would say you are suggesting anyone out there, if you are trying to become anything in this hobby, breeding, you should start a YouTube, correct?
Just overall in business. If you're starting any kind of business, anything, dude. I mean, we don't pay for advertising no more. Advertising. I mean, we get paid to advertise. You get, dude, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all Snapchat, whatever. Just do anything, get your name out there. I think it's not going to hurt you. If anything's going to benefit you.
Now, one topic we haven't covered yet, and I'm sure a lot of people are waiting for this one because, biggest, I don't want to call scare, but biggest fucking push of conversation has been U.S. art, right? The Lacey Act.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? What are your homies in Mexico thoughts about the Lacey Act? Have you guys talked?
So, I luckily, I haven't really talked too much about it, but I had I hang out with some guys out in, where I live that are very, very like well connected with like the mayors and, like the, people that the government down there in some areas, and I honestly, I'm not worried about it. And I think, it's always good to support U.S. ARC no matter what, just because we're always going to get hit with stuff left and right. But in the long run or at all, I don't think I'm not worried about it. The people out here in Mexico are not worried about it at all.
Like this, I mean, I don't want to laugh at this, but I feel like Mexico needs a U.S. ARC.
Dude, no lie.
No, I'm just
really do. They really do.
Fucked up. Americans are fucked up. Like
they just went through the same stuff though. They try to shut down all the stuff, but all the petitioning, all the like the protests like that just went down. They did almost the same thing. They just went through it. ¿Cuándo pasaron ustedes la demanda cuando ya no querían vender los serpientes y todo eso? ¿Hace qué? ¿Cuándo fue? Oh, it was 4 months ago. They went through the same thing. Theirs was really bad, and they just got shut down.
Now, if you could ask Hector this, if you don't mind, how often does that kind of stuff hit Mexico? Like, is it kind of like
¿Cuántas veces pasa eso tú crees en el año con las cosas de serpientes cuando tratan de? Oh, there's another one right now. Yeah, pero ¿cuántas veces pasa? Siempre sale que 2, 3 años. Oh, it just started like last year, and it just comes and goes.
Well, what I mean, we're talking about like something similar to the Lacey Act where you can't ship stuff.
Oh, yeah, at all. You can't even breed reptiles. Like you can't even have anything.
So I mean, isn't that a concern for you wanting to start shit down there, or what do you?
No, because
that's just
it's all money, man. Like this thing's going.
Like that's the same shit for us, man. Like I don't want to listen. I don't want to jinx anything.
Yeah.
I understand that people should support U.S. ARC,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, the Americans been threatened by this act for years. Like it's not
years.
And so people are thinking like, oh, this is the end. This is the end. This is the end. This is the end.
It was supposed to end like years ago, It's especially pythons.
Disconnect. I can't hear you.
Disconnect?
Yeah. Your headphones. Everything sounds really bad right now. We'll get him back in here in just a second.
Be my
Kit. Damn, that's one homie I would never want to kick, but I had to kick him because his connection was bad. But guys, thank you so much. 156-ish people, and damn, we got mad likes in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Happy the Drinko. I'm not gonna lie, I spilt one of these whole drinks on my fucking table. I thought I was gonna fuck everything up, but it didn't. We're good. But listen, I want to say shout out to everyone who's tapping into this episode because this is amazing, and here he is again. Miguel.
Yes, I'm here.
Whew, there you go. We're good. Connection was failing, but we're good.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue. What were you saying?
No, I was saying because it was all just money, stuff like that. But I think Mexico does need a U.S. ARC, big time.
Oh, so you're saying Mexico does need a U.S. ARC?
Yeah, 100%. Dude, U.S. ARC, man. I think every country needs a U.S. ARC, man. U.S. ARC is, dude, they're the best, man.
So you're saying potentially we could tap Phil Goss into this globally?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And if you think about it, okay, here's another thing that just hit me. If we have more support from other countries on this, think about that. U.S. ARC globally.
Dude.
Damn. This is huge.
Dude. So there's a lot of things that I really can't talk about right now, but
oh, come on.
Again,
you said
I am not
You said we could talk about
No,
it.
there's just certain things that I really can't talk about yet. But like when you asked me like if we worried about the Lacey Act, I'm not. I think we're always going to be fine with ball pythons, man. I really do.
Now, give the other people an idea what's popping. I mean, I think you did mention this, but other than the ball python game, which you're in, do you feel like like what would be the next biggest species of project to really make some ground? Do you think?
Fucking geckos, dude. I've been seeing so much, dude. Fucking geckos, man. Like, if I had the room, I would invest. You know, one thing I want to do, I would like to invest like, I don't know, like $100,000, like in some geckos if I had the room, just to see if I could do the same thing I did with ball pythons. Just because I see the stuff that's selling and the stuff that's going down, I'm just like, holy hell, dude! Like geckos, leopard geckos, crested geckos.
What about the homie JH? Shout out to JH. He's starting to put his face out there again.
Dude, again, yeah. Dude, big shout out to JH Pythons.
Like, you know, I always thought like, whoa, suspect. You're going from ball pythons to geckos like 3 years ago. But he seems to be catching on. Like, he's doing pretty good by it.
Yeah, and JH Python's just an overall, like, he just loves all kinds of reptiles, you know? You'll like, whatever he'll breed, he'll just breed them, and he loves them, you know?
Dude, me and him have history. Like, bro, like that's another OG homie. Like, JH is from back in our days.
Yeah.
Like the up and coming. I'll never forget, bro. Like,
oh, bro, I trust you.
Do you ever like think back and do you ever like just honestly like kind of reminisce on that era, bro? Like, I mean, just kind of like literally think back of like
the A squad, what's A2, what's it called?
I didn't say it. Oh my god!
I know where you were getting that. Like, I know where you were getting that.
No, I'm talking about like. I mean, I wasn't a part of that crew, thank God. But I'm just talking about like literally before you even had your fucking building behind your backyard. Like,
yeah,
you did everything out of your garage. Like, you've come so far, bro. Like, and you know, as much as you say that you are proud of me, like I'm all inspired off the shit that you're developing. Like, it passes down. This is what the hobby needs, bro.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. I think, like I said, as long as we all keep on helping each other out, keep on spreading the word and keep on doing stuff like that, it's only going to be better and, you know, bigger for us. What I don't like is the people that talk about like, oh, all the bad stuff in the reptile industry, and they're saying, oh, this should stop, but you guys are doing the same damn shit. It's like they're the ones making the bad names for everybody, man. It's like, dude, keep the drama out of it. Keep everything like just nice and happy. Everything's will be good. The only thing that, you know, it sucks because you could put up a video of the coolest stuff, you know, and you'll get a couple thousand views. You put a video of this guy did this or that guy did that, and it'll get hundreds of thousands of views. And I guess that promotes more drama. Drama is way cooler to watch than like, you know, something that's just like basic, you know?
Here's the one thing that I give you so much credit for to this day, because especially you at this point could easily go the fucking dramatic thumbnail clickbait route. Like, you could be doing some really like thirsty type shit if you wanted to gain more, but you never do, bro. Like,
you want me to tell you why when I stopped that? It's funny you mentioned that.
Please, I want to hear it.
So check this out. So there was a time where I was getting I could do a video and I'd get like 10, 20,000, you know, views, right? 20,000 views. Like I was killing it. And I was perfect time when I was doing stuff with FaZe and doing all this stuff. But when I was getting more views, I was getting more people talk about me. They didn't really take me serious as a ball python breeder, right? When I started just doing more videos, kind of like just straight up snakes, boring. Like, I got my views like cut like 70% down. My sales started going up and started seeing me more like a real snake breeder. I'd rather get low views of people that really take ball pythons like serious, like as like buyers, than do a clickbait for myself, you know, because again, my YouTube's never going to pay me as much as the snake sales. Like, I really honestly like how Justin does stuff. I started trying to do videos like Justin does just because they're so like, it's just about snakes. You know, I'd rather have 5,000 people watch my snakes that are probably going to want to buy snakes instead of like 30, 40,000 views that are just going to be like, oh man, that was cool, or dislike. I'm like, oh, you freaking moron. You know, so yeah, I just do simple stuff now. I just want to sell snakes, breed cool stuff, and that's it.
The first time I ever felt like a gangster side of Justin Gabelka. You ready to hear this? It sounds weird, like gangster Justin Gabelka.
Yeah, Justin, yeah.
Trust me, he does. So check this out. When I had his episode in person in Atlanta, right, there was somebody who really wanted to sponsor that episode. And I was like, okay. I was like, at first I was like, wow. I was like, maybe this is a connecting thing. Like, maybe this is like, you know, we could, mend the bridge back again. And so I approached Justin. I'm like, how do you feel about this sponsorship? He said, fuck no. He said, I don't want anything to do with that. I was like, I don't want that sponsorship. You better not have. I was like, I'm not trying to fuck with your money or anything, MJ, but no. I was like, I respect you so much because of this now, Justin. Like,
Justin said that?
yes, he said nope.
Holy
He said,
shit.
I want nothing to do with it because it would create some sort of drama in a sense. You know what I mean?
Bro, I'm fucking surprised about that shit. That's fucking gangster for Justin to say.
It's like Justin's image is all professional. Like, no matter what is said about him, no matter what drama is brought in with Justin's name, Justin Kabelka is one of the most professional ball python businesses in the game. And he's gonna live by that forever. Like, he don't give a fuck.
He's the man. He 100% he is. People can say all the shit he wants, dude. He's the top dog, man. He's badass, and he's fucking very motivating.
But you understand, like, the reason why I respect Justin Kabelka so much is because look who's selling Justin snakes now, or like somebody who he motivated you, like he kind of turned you a little bit into the monster that you're into to this day. Like, you've always been a hustler, Miguel, but at the end of the day, you had people like Kabelka laying down things for you that made you fucking say, well, I know what to do now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, with that being
100%.
said, there was a YouTuber about last year this happened, I want to say, and it was a big fuss, and I really wanted you involved because I was like, oh, Miguel I would love to hear his opinion on this. And this YouTuber's been around, I want to say, well before you, bro. Like, he's been around for a minute, wears a purple shirt all the time. Nothing's ever changed with this guy's fucking YouTube thing. But he likes to tell his followers how there's no future in investing and breeding $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 snakes. There's nobody in the market that you could sell those snakes to. You're better off staying $500, $300, $400 range. And I'm like, what's like, and like, I see the comments and there's people buying it. But like, for you and your sake, like your customer base for the most part are paying how much for their snakes? I mean,
on average.
What can you say on average?
Like, I'll tell you right now. To me, it was easier to sell a $15,000 snake than to sell a $500, $700 snake. Now, to go back to what you're saying about someone like that, there's always going to be different people that have, their different opinions on what they think should work and what things shouldn't work. Now, big money is going to make big money. Small money is going to make small money. Medium money is going to make medium money. If you're afraid to invest $15,000, $20,000 in a snake, you're never going to make a $15,000, $20,000 snake. If you're afraid to invest a $5,000, $10,000 snake, you're never going to sell $5,000, $10,000 snake. If you feel comfortable, which is nothing wrong, investing into a $1,000 snake or $500 snake, you're going to make $500, $1,000 snakes. And when you're not at that level or to make that kind of stuff, of course you're going to tell people to do this. And you know why? Because they can't show you, oh, I've made this money off of this snakes, because they've never invested in that much. So it's just
they've never been in that department. Like they're
and that's
great, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Don't try to shit on the people who are investing. Like, like going back to the whole thing where that buddy of ours were getting phone calls of people investing in animals with him who were concerned because of shit being said like this. And I'm like, you shouldn't really invest on someone's fucking experience when they never had this kind of level of experience. Like LeBan's
exactly, dude.
LeBan's always said, like, there's an elevator, you go up. Motherfuckers get off sooner than others. Some people don't even get off the elevator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't see you getting off anytime soon, for one thing.
Oh, hell no, dude. My elevator, just got a crazy shitload of more floors that I need to just start building right now. And like I said, man, like it just everyone is different, man. And I know certain people, personally, friends of mine, that are afraid to invest big. And trust me, don't get me wrong, dude. Investing's a freaking risk. But without no risk, man, there's no reward. And some people like to live comfortable and do comfortable things. Some people don't, and some people do. It's just, but again, they're only going to tell the people because they're only, sharing their,
Can we go over some of your rewards real quick?
The blind snake? Yeah.
Oh, no, listen, guys. I mean, not that he needs followers, but go follow my boy Miguel Garcia, always evolving pythons. We're gonna check out some of this production real quick, and this is the thumbnail right here. So this snake alone, why isn't it loading? Let's go. There we go. Okay, so you produced this Pompey, am I correct?
Yes. Everyone thought that I bought it from Justin. Damn haters! I produced it.
You made this. And let's talk about
with the help of Jared, though, with the help of Jared Smith, because Jared did send me over a female that I didn't have, and big shout out to him.
Fucking Jared. And you think about, imagine if Jared started breeding. Imagine. Dude, that motherfucker would kill it. God damn
Bro,
it.
if Jared, man,
Instead, he's
I love Jared, but yeah, that definitely, but Jared, let me tell you right now, Jared made a lot of money off of that clutch. I'll tell you right now, he made a lot of money.
Win all the strippers.
And all he had to do was just chill there and be like, "Hey, Miguel, how's everything going? Good. Can you send me some money?" Yeah. Like, literally just chilled there. But without him, I wouldn't have made that snake, man. And just recently, I was offered $50,000 for that snake, and I said no.
But I mean, this is okay. That's one situation you've denied $50K for a snake. You've offered multiple times on holdbacks such as this, 40, 50, 60K, and you're like, nah. Because here's a bigger thing, Miguel. Like, there's a certain point where people can either look at an offer as, okay, I could just take this and make this snake again. But why? What was it in your head that made you realize you could not sell this snake and you had to keep it?
Well, one, it's to make that snake again, it's going to be pretty damn hard. I mean, you have to play with odds, right?
Right.
Two, if I wait another year to try to make that, say if I don't make it, that's going to suck. Two, I'm already losing money on that. And if I get it already to breeding, it's like this guy's going to be making crazier stuff than I could have been making just with that male. So it's really, take $50,000 right now, or potentially make, $100,000 or $200,000 just with that male alone. If the odds hit right, obviously. I'm just throwing numbers out there.
So you're saying this type of snake that you hit is not something to bank on next year thinking you're going to hit it again, is what you're saying.
No, man. Think about it. You have, what's it called? Stranger, spot nose, leopard, yellow belly, clown. I mean, dude, I've been trying to hit a Pompeii forever and I still can't hit one. I luckily ended up hitting that bad boy right there. There's only been 4 Pompeiis ever made.
But this is the only Pompeii you've ever made? I thought you almost hit one this year, I thought. Or last year or something. This is 2 years ago.
I believe it is. Yeah. That snake I hit this last season.
God damn, he's big already, bro. How much does he weigh? He's probably 6.
Like 450 grams, almost 500 grams. Yeah, he'll be breeding here in the next couple of months.
Yeah, honestly, Miguel, like keep it 100, bro. At what age, for the most part, are your males going at that, like consistently?
8 months.
8 months.
Yeah.
About how much weight?
Around 600 to 700 grams. I have a male right now. That's what is he? He's my OD leopard clown pipe. He's 8 months old. He's about 680 grams, and yeah, he's breeding heavy, sperm plugs and all.
And for people to try to I want to hear it too, because I really don't know this. But when do you know if a male's ready to go? Like, how do you look for these sperm plugs or whatever the fuck?
I honestly don't. Once a male's like really big and like where I want to start getting them ready, I just start putting them to like regular females just to kind of like see if it stimulates him a little bit, and put him on, and he like usually gets on top of him. If he goes into the corner, then I just kind of leave him alone a little bit. But if he starts going on top of the females, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be pretty good. Then one day you see him locked, and I'm like, hell, he's ready to go, and then just do that.
So 700 is a good number for you, is what you're saying. You like that?
For me, yeah.
Now, if you don't mind telling us how your first time females go, like what is a game plan for you when your first time females go for you in a season? And, is it age or weight? What are you really looking at?
I don't do age or weight. I go as follicle growth.
Oh, so
I got shitted on so bad on this last year. Oh man, this is gonna be good.
Shitted on how? Tell me, what do you mean shitted on?
Dude, people were giving me so much crap. Last season, 2021, I had 22 females go that were under 2 years old. They were like 15 months, 16 months, 18 months. And they were all going, and some of them were 950 grams, some of them were 1,200 grams. And they all gave me like 5 to 7, eggs. Look, I mean, I'm not the only one that does it. The female's pretty big, and, she's bull wrapping, and I see some follicle size, and she's around 14 millimeter follicles. I'm going to put a male in there. They lock up, and then they continue to grow some more follicles. They have some babies. I mean, dude, I don't go by age or weight on them. I go by follicle growth.
I mean, Miguel, you're in a different position.
Oh, man, here's going to come a lot of hate. Watch. Oh, my God, it's going to be funny.
Concerned? No, you're not. So let's just stop. I will tell you this, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, what were we talking about just now? The fall.
Girls. Yeah.
Okay. At the end of the day, I feel like ultrasound. I don't want to say like I dog getting an ultrasound. I feel like, it could help you in a sense, but I'm not in your position where I'm hitting that amount of clutches, right? But what is an ultrasound really coming through for you in a sense? How does an ultrasound helping your collection right now?
So the best thing it's done for me, it just allows me not to, like completely, just waste my males, The first time I got my ultrasound, I had the same amount of clutches I did it when I didn't have an ultrasound. I had like same amount of feed breeding. I did 28 clutches, and then when I had my ultrasound next season, same amount of snakes, I did 49 clutches. So definitely just kind of like dial in all the females. Then I got to put my males on it because at one point I was just putting male every week, every week, just going over and over without really, sometimes this male locked up with this female like 15 times, and not even, all I could have really done it for is, got really 2-3 good locks out of them. So it just lets me use my males a little further, especially if I have a very powerhouse male. My spot nose red stripe yellow belly clown, he did 12 females last season. Without an ultrasound, there's no way I could have pushed them that far.
Hey, shouts to Will Moros. You know Will Moros?
Yeah.
What a guy.
RCR.
No, he's one. I mean, you want to talk about a holdback king, right? Somebody who just holds shit back and knows what he's doing,
dude,
right?
This season is going to be freaking nuts for him, dude.
And moving forward, it's only going to get crazier, right?
This season is going to be freaking. It's going to be fucking nuts, dude. I think he's gonna come out with some crazy stuff.
But for you, Miguel, like what's always been your holdback mentality? And to this day, what's your holdback mentality?
I don't know. I don't know how to even answer that because every year it's kind of changed. Sometimes going for this, sometimes going for that. Now, this year I held back more snakes than I ever have. We hold back a total of 103 snakes. That's a lot of snakes.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. And the way this changed from the year previous to that was, I was kind of slow on the Desert Ghost game, right? And I was like, shit, man. I was like, I need to do something really badass. I know I had the powerhouse males and I know I had the stuff. So I started making, some clown head Desert Ghost or vice versa, but combos though, like, because I started seeing how crazy things were going. So I just held back a lot of stuff that I don't have, just to catch up with the bigger dogs.
Right. Wow. I mean, and do you feel like at the end of the day, at some point, these holdbacks that you are so crazy about holding back, it's going to become more of a thing where you could just let it go instead of holding it back, or you always feel like you're always going to have that kind of mentality and holding back the greatness?
I'm going to hold back all the great stuff, man. If the way I look at it, if I make a $15,000-$20,000 snake, there's no reason for me to sell that thing, man.
So with that being said, what would you say the first time ball python breeder, like the first season they have, and let's say they make good profit with that money, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would be your decision to what to do with that money? We're talking about first year. Let's say you hit like 3 clutches, right? And you sell all those or whatever the fuck. What would be your game plan with that profit for you?
Would I like knowing what I know now?
What you know now to this day, exactly.
And having that amount of snakes, I'd reinvest all that money into snakes. Reinvest all that money into snakes. Reinvest it all the way. I wish I would have invested a lot more money in the beginning, but I didn't know.
From what I understand, I can't remember how you've always had racks. Like you never had anything ghetto. Like you've always had good rack systems, right? And
no, dude, I made my own.
I mean, I don't know. I can't really remember the 2017 and 16 days.
Yeah.
But what did you have before Freedom Breeder shit and all that stuff?
Like the compressed wood with the stuff they got at Walmart, and I used to put dude, there's videos. If you go on my Instagram, you go all the way down, you'll see it. I made them. They were cool. And then I had like the regular tuppers thing, and I had to have them closed and stuff like that. So every time I'd go out to open them, and then I found some stuff on Craigslist. I was buying stuff here and there. Dude, that shit was better.
I had a Patreon member just hit me up recently, and they're coming across about 10, 12 grand. And they have about 20-ish snakes, and they're like, "What should I do? Should I buy Freedom Breeder racks and all that?" And go ahead.
I at that rate right now, if I would have started back then, Freedom Breeder racks that I love. I'm always gonna have Freedom Breeder. I think the best racks to go. If I would have started in the beginning, I think I would have gone more like sea serpent stuff, and so I really got my business going really, really big. Then reinvest in stuff like that.
Right, but sea serpents is PVC, so
yeah.
I mean, it's a little different. Like for instance, shout to Antoine, but Antoine sold me his ASR, ARS,
ARS. Yeah.
ARS, not a sponsor, so don't matter if I say it right. But ARS rack, right? He sold me his ARS rack because it didn't do good humidity wise where he was at.
Yeah.
And he had to go PVC route, right? But
Yeah.
a lot of people have this mentality, and they look at people like yourself, Kabelka, and they're like, "Oh shit, I need a fucking freedom breeder rack." Like, I mean, how can I do this without a freedom breeder? Like, who's a good point? Fucking JP. God damn, that guy went expensive everything, right? He went but is that really necessary, or do you feel like if you're in a?
I don't think it's.
Go ahead.
I don't think it's necessary at all. Another big example is look at Brian BARCZYK. He has like old ass racks, and that guy still pushes over 100 freaking collections with no problem. A rack's not going to make your snakes breed any better. I like the cleanliness. I like the way it look. I like how smooth freedom breeder racks are. But I got to a point where like my business paid for it, so I was like, it was a business expense, and I started getting them because no, I do want to have full freedom breeder racks. But if I could go all the way back in the beginning, I think I would have done things a little different.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people need to understand, like, back to what I was saying, how, some people are meant for this, meaning you'll have things land in your lap. So I feel like, we'll mention something in a podcast where like, let the things that land in your lap pay for the shit that you really need. Right.
Yeah.
And for instance, like if you have a handful of snakes and you want to breed them, what's the point in investing in a $4,000 rack when you don't even know if you're capable of breeding a snake yet? Yeah,
I'd rather invest that money in the snake, and the rack's not going to make you money, dude. Those snakes are going to make you money. I'd put those little bastards in PVC racks and just let them do their thing. If I could go back and depending like how my funds were and stuff like that.
Now, I mean, since you're somebody who's in the higher end game, how many people are you seeing coming into the game like you did, like JP did, like the homie Insane Clown Pythons did? Like
a lot. A lot more than last year, more than the year before, a lot. People don't even know, and I start talking to them. I'm like, holy shit, man, that's freaking. Like I always go like, dude, what do you do for a living?
Now, for anyone out there who's that person, right, or somebody who's like been following podcasts or been following accounts and have money, because like you said, man, I mean, Mexico, America, motherfuckers got money out there, right? But for anybody out there, Miguel, who has that money ready to invest, like ready to fucking put it in, what's your suggestion for that person? And this is a wrap-up question before the hot seat questions, just so you know.
Yeah. Dude, it's hard because I could just say the same thing that I always have, man. But look, man, scared money is not going to make no money, man. And honestly, that's pretty much all I could say. If you have a passion for this and you have a love for this, man, and you want to go all in and go 100, do it, man. It's an amazing industry. Just have a little patience and you're ready to go.
100%. Man, what an amazing fucking podcast. I love you so much, bro. Like, this is fire.
No, love you too, brother. Love you, man.
Now, listen, before we do these hot seat questions, exit out and come back in because you're
What's this hot seat?
You'll know in a minute. Exit out and come back in.
Okay, exit out.
Come right back in. You're connected pretty bad.
Okay. I'm exiting out right now.
He said, "What's a hot seat?" You know damn well what a hot seat is. I don't go. Okay, he's somebody from my original like first 10 podcasts where I don't think I had a hot seat with him. So this should be good. But we're gonna get a hot seat question in from my man Miguel. Can we please get one more super chat? One more super chat, Jesse. I didn't block fucking Harry, but I will block him right now if you send one more super chat. Fuck, let's go. Appreciate you guys. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I'm a little faded. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I spelt a whole drink, I still had enough to pour up where I'm a little faded. So I feel good. I think I'm gonna get a burrito after this. And Turtle. I'm gonna match Turtle on this one. This has been my favorite episode of all time. And guess what? If you're somebody out there who's been on this show, I'm sorry. Get over it. This is fucking Miguel Garcia, my boy. And this is the best episode ever. Shout out to Turtle. I love you. Here we go. Miguel Garcia, here he is.
What happened? It took me a while to get back in.
You're fine. You're in. All right. Hot seat questions from my boy Miguel coming in hot. Are you ready for these?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. AEP with the hot seat questions coming in hot. Frozen thought or live?
Live.
A cut or no cut?
A cut.
Cut on what day?
Oh my God. 54.
Okay. Red Chondro Neo or yellow Chondro Neo?
Red Chondro Neo.
Pre-first shed meal or post-first shed meal?
Wait, what?
Would you feed a snake before its first shed, or would you feed a snake after its first shed?
Oh, after its first shed.
Yay imports or boo imports?
Yay imports.
One reptile you would import today. Any reptile, doesn't matter what it is.
Dude.
Anything. Say an octopus.
Dude, well, that would be it. I mean, any snake that I could have that I can import would be a king cobra.
King cobra, perfect. All right. One reptile nobody should import ever again.
Oh.
Hognose.
Hog. Yes, a hognose. There's so much thought that I had it, but hog. Let's go hognose. Let's go hognose.
Oh my god! All right, yay sports or boo sports?
Yay sports.
Favorite sport?
Huh?
Favorite sport?
Oh, football.
Favorite football team? Oh god.
Damn. Shout out to the homie ball python. Homie Ezekiel Elliott, Dallas Cowboys, of course.
Why'd you say shout out to the ball python? I'm talking fucking football.
The homie, because Ezekiel Elliott, I saw him mistaken. He's about to get a couple more.
Okay, favorite Dallas Cowboy year of all time. I gotta hear this.
94.
94? Okay, you are a Cowboy fan. Never mind. I respect. Yeah. All right, I gotta hear this one. Big flexor or no flexor?
Big flexor.
Yes. He does not lie, even in the heat of battle. Okay. Steak or fish?
Ooh, steak.
Favorite.
Just recently, though. Just recently.
Favorite cut of steak?
Tomahawk.
Tomahawk. Okay.
I was battling I just started getting really into steak, and I was like, okay, that's the one. Yeah.
This is a stupid question, but people need to hear it. Yay alcohol or boo alcohol?
100%, like double yay alcohol.
Okay, favorite alcohol beverage, like your favorite, like it's
Coors
gonna.
Light.
Oh, I love it. It has to be cold.
Yeah.
Van Halen or Sammy Hagar?
Oh, Van Halen, dude.
Sublime or Green Day?
Oh, Sublime.
Yes, I fucking love you. West Coast rap or East Coast rap?
Dude, West Coast rap, man.
Favorite West Coast rapper of all time?
Dude, I like Ice Cube, man. Ice Cube just has those bangers, dude.
Ice Cube does get you kind of going. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
All right, little word association. First thing to come to mind: milk.
The guy they did the podcast with the other day.
Okay. Let's see. Substrate.
Wait, what?
Substrate.
What's it called? Reptile.
Ovulation.
Those are cool. I get happy when they ovulate.
First time ball python breeder.
They're cool.
FedEx.
It's freaking awesome.
Mites.
But dude, I fucking hate them, man. Fuck.
Day 60.
Oh, dude, that's way too long. I should have cut like 5 days ago.
Thank you, bro. My God, I would have cut those shit 10 days ago.
Yeah.
All right, Instagram trolls.
Dude, I freaking hate them.
If you had to get rid of one platform forever, and I mean forever, never coming back, is it going to be TikTok or Facebook? Which one has to
TikTok?
go?
TikTok.
Oh,
I can't stand TikTok.
Straight up. You still got love for the Facebook homies.
Yeah, and I'm getting older too, man. Facebook's cool.
Listen.
And my mom uses Facebook.
Shout out to your mom, by the way. She's a real one. Dog, listen, this is episode 184. This is my most favorite, most poppinest podcast. I feel personally. I want to say thank you so much for this 2 hour.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know you're busy, bro. You could have easily rescheduled this and you didn't. You made it happen. So thank you so much. What do you have to say? By the way, you want to know how many likes we have? And there's only 133 people watching now. 187 likes. Okay, my God. That is amazing. Yes.
Good.
So what do you have to say to all your AEP supporters, your lifers, your runners, everyone tapping in tonight?
Honestly, man, guys, I just want to tell you thank you for, again, like I always say, I love support, man. Just keep on doing what you're doing, man, and just get ready for this next wave that's about to hit in the reptile industry for all of us, man, not just for myself. And keep on supporting people like MJ, man, because he's killing it with the podcast.
Keep going. Keep going. I love it. Don't stop now. Oh, God. That's terrible. You just said kill it with the podcast.
Did it freeze?
Okay. Can you take it back? Are you there? Can you hear me? Exit out.
Okay.
I want to hear what he had to say. All I heard was kill it from the podcast. Yeah, I'm going to take this in. I don't give a fuck. Oh, MJ, yeah, you just want to hear and gloat yourself. Yeah, I do, actually. I do. Okay? Especially if it's somebody like Miguel Garcia, my number one best friend, inspiration of the game. Fuck. The fuck got me fucked up. I want to hear this. I'm having a great time. Is my wife even home? What is good? I am hungry. I need to eat. Fuck, man. Turtle, I want some ribeye. Turtle, you know what I want, Turtle? I want Mastros. I would love some Mastros. You know that Mastro dinner we had? Me, you, Lily, Miguel. What a time. How many bottles of wine did we have that night? I think I counted 5 bottles of wine at our dinner table. And then we got turned as fuck at the hotel. That's when Lily cried. God bless her. I don't know what I did to make her cry, but anyways, I miss you, Turtle. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for everyone. Honestly, thank you everyone who tapped in for this episode. I hope you guys are excited just as much as I am. He better fucking come back and finish these hot seat questions. I mean, the hot seat questions are done, huh? So I have a feeling he's not going to come back. I don't know. We'll see. Probably not. I'm hungry. I got to eat. This motherfucker, he would leave in this kind of sense of style. This is Miguel. He's somebody, I guess we could call this an Irish goodbye. You know what an Irish goodbye is? That homie who's Irish who doesn't say goodbye when he leaves a party. He just dips out. We just got Irish goodbye right now by Miguel Garcia, and he's Mexican as fuck in Mexico. Guys, if this was your first time tapping in, I am almost at 5,000 subscribers organically. I never paid for anything. I'm not into fake followers. I grew this shit organically, and it means everything to me. Thank you so much. Here he is. Please subscribe if this is your first time tapping in. And here he is. Yes, he's here. Woo! Woo! Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done, you guys.
Could you see me?
Yes. Tell homeboy turn his phone off. Hector. Bagalo.
How come I can't see you?
You could see me. You're fine. Go back. You look great. I can see your teeth. There you go. Okay. Go back. Okay. Go back to when you said podcast. You broke up after you're killing it on the podcast. Can you go back to that?
Oh, I was saying, like, you're killing it on the podcast, man. Keep on, supporting MJ and stuff like that, because I think he's kind of like the new that we need right now, just to kind of, throw the word out there, call out the fakes, and just keep on evolving, man. And that's where it broke off at, And
do you advise people to join my Patreon page? Do you advise that?
Oh, 100%, dude. Please, I'm a part of your Patreon page.
Join the Patreon. And join Miguel's Patreon page. I'm telling you right now, because I like I said, I have a lot of we have co-Patreon members, and I gotta say, bro, let's keep inspiring. I love you.
1,000,000%, man. Love you too, brother.
And I cannot wait to talk to you more about this Mexico venture. Like your boy Hector, we will schedule dates. I will be flying into Mexico with you time. Best believe that.
100%.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miguel Garcia, it's a wrap.
Peace. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you, bro. Enjoy your night. Thank you so much. God damn, I love that guy. What amazing. So much. Guys, thank you. I knew he would come back and finish that shit. I didn't think he was going to fully Irish fucking goodbye us on that. He did not. He came back late as fuck, like a true Mexican. Mexicans are late. Everywhere they go, they're late. God, what an I don't know what to say. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. This is somebody, like I said, I've been wanting this guy to come on this show for a minute after his first round. So many people request to bring him back on. We do have a sense of a vibe where I could just go back and forth with him for a long time. I know he's busy. But guys, just be ready. There's so much big things popping off right now, and I hope you guys are ready for this shit. So again, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all my Patreon members out there. And just my viewers in general, man. Honestly, if you come back here and you're a subscriber, you hit that subscribe button, regardless if you like me or not. If you understand where this channel is going, what my motivation is, I appreciate every single one of my subscribers out there. That's all I got to say. I fuck with all my Patreon members. I fuck with all my trappers, all my supporters. You guys are real ones. I'm going to go order myself 3 tacos, beef, rice and beans. Might get a quesadilla. I don't know, but I'm about to get so Cinco de Mayo out at this point. I'm going to get hella high. We're just going to do our things. And I just got to say, Celebrity Appearance Award goes to Turtle. That's it. That's all I got to say. I'm wrapping it up. Shout out to my girl Turtle. She's a real one. I love her. Shout out to the whole entire AEP family. You guys are real ones. And I'm out. I'll see you guys Monday, okay? I'm taking the weekend off. I'm going on a boat party. I'm about to get fucked up. But we got my boy Monday, the homie Andre, Capital Reptiles. Shout out to the sponsor one more time for the homie, Capital Reptiles. This episode was brought to you by the homie Andre, Capital Reptiles. Follow him on Instagram. This motherfucker guy's heat. And we're talking to this dude Monday. We'll pick things back up Monday. And I'll see you guys then. Have a safe weekend. It's your boy MJ checking out, and I'm out.